I'm not mad at that.
See, the problem
No,
with
it was Humble.
Damn.
Humble got
Oh, no. No, wait.
Humble got overplayed.
The whole album got overplayed. The whole album got overplayed. That's why I'm like,
Humble got overplayed?
The whole album got overplayed. I genuinely believe.
I mean, there's certain songs. Hey.
Nah, I mean, it was a good album, but it got overplayed so much I can't listen to it.
Chat, what album got overplayed? Humble or Damn? We talking about Kendrick, chat. Humble or Damn? What
Damn is the album. Humble is a song on the album.
Yeah, Humble was the one that really
Humble got
that song got. I love that.
I think the whole album got. I think the whole album got overplayed, but
I mean, then again, it's all we had from Kendrick.
Also,
for like 5 years.
And that's the problem. That's the problem. Drop more, nigga.
Hey, he's still top 3 all time though. I'll stand on that.
Top 3 all time what?
Rappers. I stand on that.
What do you mean by rappers? Like what? Like because they're like, are you talking like just bars? Or are you taking everything into account?
Artistry,
everything? Yeah, there's no way he's top 3. There's no way.
You got Kanye, you got Jay-Z.
Okay.
Drake, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is my goat. Lil Wayne is my goat. That's why I asked what you talk about, because if we take everything into account, there's no way he's top 3.
I ain't gonna lie. If you're doing that too, 50 is heavily up there too. Like
50? Okay.
50. G don't make that phase. Good rapper, great producer. Like,
I mean, 50 does have only 2 good albums though, but I digress.
But when we look in that context though, Get Rich is better than most people's catalogs.
Hey, don't get me wrong. Get Rich or Die Trying was definitely peak.
But I'm not. But Curtis wasn't a bad album either. So Curtis wasn't bad.
I could live without Curtis.
But no, Kendrick.
It's not a classic.
If you want to just talk bars and lyrics, I'm really not gonna argue it. You can put Kendrick.
That's probably where I'm leaning to.
But when you said everything, there's no way.
Everything that Drake would be higher, Kanye would be higher.
Yeah, Kanye, Jay-Z. Drake, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, all of them. I don't want to be disrespectful, but all of them clear. If we talk everything into account.
But Kanye's a really good artist too, though.
Kanye might be the greatest artist. Yeah,
he's a really good artist.
Yeah, he's a good artist.
The man won a Nobel Peace Prize, bro. Come on.
A Pulitzer Prize, but either way, it's not. It's not on the level of Kanye, Drake.
No, artistry rise, no.
Yeah, he doesn't sniff them. No. He doesn't sniff them. But what's going on, everybody? Clearly, this is a new look. We are back with the No Name Wrestling Podcast, episode 46, 4 away from 50. I mean,
it's crazy work.
We're coming up on a year, technically, right?
It's crazy
because it's 52 weeks, so we're coming up on a year.
Yeah.
Right. You know what's crazy? We did start this again right around Royal Rumble
season.
2 years of us sticking together. Most podcasts.
Because my first show was the post show of the Rumble. That was my first one.
Yeah. So, well, we're back, guys. Unfortunately, some people couldn't be here today. Some for reasons unknown. I think Malik might be pulling up again, but we'll see.
On his way.
But hey, people got families. People got to work. It happens. We wish they're here. Hey, we know we got. Man, I really wish Jay was here because I'm pretty sure he was so happy. Like I bet his emotions from ladies and gentlemen and how hyped he was. Because let's matter of fact, there's a lot of things we need to talk about when it gets to Survivor Series. First and foremost, if you don't follow the audio pod and you can't listen live, go to Spotify right now. Follow the No Name Wrestling Podcast. If you don't know what it looks like, there's a panda bear on the freaking cover. Go listen to that. Go follow the pod. We get uploaded every Monday. Sometimes it's 8 a.m. Sometimes it's 12 p.m. It just depends on, when I'm awake. But go follow the audio pod. Follow the TikTok, noname.wrestling. Follow the Instagram, No Name Wrestling. We're out there. Follow. We don't have an X, do we? We don't have an X. Well, we should make an X probably. Well, that's probably coming soon. Anyways, let's get into it, right? So, first and foremost, Jade, I could just imagine Jade getting so hyped, right? Like, oh yeah, who's the fifth man gonna be? They actually Seth said no twice. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's not gonna be Seth. How are they gonna do this, right? Because Bronson Reed joined. We thought that was telegraphed as Seth. They didn't do it. You know what WWE does? They say, oh, You think we're gonna put Seth Rollins in there because Bronson Reed's there? Nah. We're gonna get Seth Rollins' worst enemy.
That's right. It's the petty
and
shit.
We're gonna put him with his other worst enemy. Oh my gosh, I personally
don't you love the storytelling on that? Because it makes Seth feel like fuck. I should have agreed this entire time.
Exactly, bro. It makes him feel like he should have agreed. Now CM Punk gets to get looked at as a hero who he can't stand. We have the Paul Heyman connection, right? Which I thought, like, once he comes out, I'm like, no shit. Of course,
like, that makes perfect sense. Yeah,
of course. Like, I love when they pull out and it's like, oh, that actually makes sense. Why didn't I think of that? Because they threw all these smoke and mirrors out there, right? You can argue whether or not it should still be 4-on-4. I think 4-on-4 would have been perfect. But like I said, if you're going to do 5-on-5, tell a great story. I think they're telling a phenomenal story, right? So so first off, how do y'all feel the fact that CM Punk is officially on the War Game side with Roman Reigns?
Hey G, this is what you keep glazing about. This is black and gold storytelling level, okay? It is, bro. There's not much to say about it. It is. What I will say though, with Triple H, I don't want to pivot away from CM Punk, but with Triple H, does a great job with his storytelling is the subtle details. Because I'm not gonna lie, you look at the way Paul Heyman dressed, you look at how Solo dressed. They dress the same exact way, bro. There might be something going on there, bro.
You think? Nah, there was a little.
There was something small that they did in the post show where they were walking backstage. Paul never really interacted with Roman like that. It was Punk and Heyman that walked backstage together.
Well,
and then Roman was back there.
So now I get it because we love like reading in between the lines, see what's going on. Here's the thing though. I think it would be dumb for Paul Heyman to kind of turn and all that for multiple reasons. One, Solo Sikoa took you out, put you through a table.
Yep.
Right? Not only did he take you out, you returned not by yourself, but you returned with CM Punk, who he said, because I did see this video when he was talking to Solo. He was like, yo, CM Punk is like Roman Reigns. Like, we have a deal where like we don't touch CM Punk because CM Punk is near and dear to my heart. We don't touch CM Punk, right? There's that. CM Punk is one of the only few people that can either overtake a Roman Reigns crowd chant or be on the same level. I think right now it's him, Jey Uso, and Cody Rhodes that are pretty much the only ones that can compete with like crowd reaction, fan love with Roman Reigns. So that would be really, really like, I feel like they would just be trying to swerve. Like, I always feel when you make a swerve, there's got to be a point to it. There's got to be a specific reason, right? And it has to mean something. You can't be the Big Show and just turn heel because it's 3-on-2. Like, he literally turned because I saw it was 3-on-2, so I knocked Cena out. Or it was 3-on-3 at that point.
That man just Cena out. Because...
Yeah. It can't be like that. You can't be Natalya or Tamina, where one day she's a face, next day she's a heel. Right? It has to mean something. So, I feel like if he turned, it would have to be because Roman did something to Paul. Or like last time we saw Paul Heyman, he said, Solo, you are not my tribal chief. Roman is the tribal chief. We got to talk to Roman. We got to do that would be really, really dumb, in my opinion.
But they could go the route Matt Thunder said, though, that Paul could be upset with Roman that Roman left him alone with Solo and the other guys. It's a route they could go. It's necessarily an avenue they can explore for sure.
It is, but
I don't think they need the heel turn.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
They don't need it.
Like, I don't know, gang. The black blazer, the red shirt, the chain.
But that's how he always dresses. If anything, Solo's that's how he was dressing before. So I don't really put too much stock into that.
Did you guys see how Sammy and Jay were looking at Roman when they were throwing the ones up?
What you mean?
Because I got the picture right here, gang. They side eyeing him.
I mean,
it's the little details, dog.
I mean, look. I feel like if they would have went the Seth route, there could have been more like somebody might turn type shit. Yeah. I don't think that's gonna happen now. I think Roman Reigns and CM Punk are gonna have their little face off. Now that and this is the other thing too. Now that they've introduced CM Punk to this storyline, there is a story you can tell that doesn't involve the title. But now there's a story aspect you can tell because I don't think you need to turn people heel, but knowing WWE's tendencies, somebody's gonna be heel when we get Seth Rollins versus CM Punk. I'd assume it's Seth Rollins, but somebody is going to be heel, right? Just like how you technically didn't need a heel, right? For what's it called? Dang, I just lost the people. Oh, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre still could have been babyface if you really wanted him to be, because he would have been justified. Sure. But they needed a heel. It makes for better storytelling. This, that, and the third, right? So I feel like now that you've introduced this as another aspect of a storytelling that you can do, and again, I've gone back and forth. I thought, oh, okay, well, OG Bloodline's winning. Then they said 5-on-5 and introduced Bronson Reed. I'm like, oh, maybe the new Bloodline is winning. And now that they've introduced CM Punk, I'm like, oh, we're probably going back to Bloodline winning. Like, I think that's how that's gonna be. So, hey, look, we got another.
It's two host babies, man.
I didn't even see the name. I gotta change that. Huh?
What's going on, man?
How do I do that?
It's you have to go to like your face, like where it's like the sources, and you have to change it.
Yeah,
like so if you go to the top right corner, I'm assuming you're on the host side, so I'm assuming you can see like everybody's face. So you go to the top right corner, you go to your camera, and you click the three dots, and it'll.
Yeah. I'm tripping. I'm looking at different.
Where is Drew on vacation like he's supposed to be?
He big chilling.
See, they shouldn't run. Hey, you know what? They shouldn't run this back. But here's a little fantasy booking. What if Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre like team up and like just become this tag team that is so upset the fact that their number one enemy, CM Punk, is dealing with their number two enemy, aka the Bloodline or Roman Reigns and all that, and like they convene. They might do the triple threat because everybody got a gripe with CM Punk. Now, even though Drew McIntyre, I really, 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 really hope you don't go back to that. We don't need to revisit it. That's what Hell in a Cell was for. Perfect ending.
Yep.
See, I think Seth Rollins, this is exactly, because I was like, well, if CM Punk comes back and he's a face, how are they going to just rekindle the Seth, like, instead of just, like, randomly? This is a perfect way to rekindle it. Monday Night Raw, Seth Rollins should be pissed. Seth Rollins should be pissed. Are you guys serious? You guys are going to team with CM Punk? Are you serious? And then they could be like, look, you said no. What you want us to do? You said no.
Somebody said, what if Seth costs OG Bloodline the match? Like, what if he comes out of nowhere and curb stomps like CM Punk?
He did say the next time he's in the ring with Roman, he's stomping his head into the ground. So, I mean.
But then he would just be doing it for no reason. And I think I think that would be dumb if he just did it for no reason.
There's a lot of avenues, man. Like Roman and Punk.
Which is so great because
Punk and Seth Roman. Like,
yeah, and we've been saying this for like months now. Like pretty much once we knew, okay, we're getting to Cody finishing his story. Yeah. Right now we got to tell stories after. Everything, every if y'all notice, every pay-per-view we get to, oh well, they might go this avenue, they might go that avenue, they might go there. And Lewis is gonna hate this. But The Rock still ain't even done nothing. He just showed up, put a 3 up, and kept it pushing. He said 1, 2, 3, and kept it pushing. So, like, we don't even know what's gonna happen with that, right? Like, everything is in play. Like, what if we don't? I mean, they're really good about putting off storylines until like the blow-offs, so like giving something for people to do in between.
Yeah.
But Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens should be the Mania match. I just don't know what they're gonna do in the between to
I
stretch it
think
out.
that should be a triple threat. I'm not gonna lie. Like, how do you leave
With
Randy Orton
Randy?
out of this? Yeah,
Randy?
I get the
Well-
Cena Orton aspect potentially, but I feel like Cena's gonna face somebody else, and Randy Orton is a key part of this Kevin Owens Cody Rhodes storyline.
Well,
I
with
could easily
Cena,
drag it.
with Cena, we gotta keep him away until we actually see what he's doing on TV.
Well, apparently he's entering the Rumble, but he's not showing up till Netflix. So he ain't
Right.
fit. I guarantee you, he's opening up the Netflix show. He's opening it up,
I
and I
He
wish
makes
that one
sense.
wasn't. And I wish that one was in Houston
with
because
all
the week
the
before is in Houston. and I'm
with
so
all the avenues
That's
we're
crazy.
going in, I don't see how John Cena doesn't call out Gunther or Braun Breaker. Those are the only two with the avenues we got right now.
I think Braun Breaker interrupts him.
Mm!
I think
Keep
Braun
going,
Breaker
keep
interrupts
going,
him.
keep going, keep going.
That's
keep
how I
going.
think they set that up.
Keep
I think
going.
Braun Breaker interrupts him, and like Braun Breaker or like Cena eliminates Braun from the Rumble, and then Braun
And
like
that's the Mania match?
does it could be. I mean, shoot, what?
Because I was seeing Braun and Sheamus. That's what I was seeing again.
But they already ran that, and honestly, I'm kind of over
I hear you.
the Sheamus trying to win that title. Like it was cool when it was against. It was cool when it was against Gunther because you had an
Right.
interesting story to where you could have pulled the trigger.
Right.
Every other time after that has just been
To me, if there was a time to do it, he should have won it at Mania. If there was a time to
Exactly.
do it.
39?
I think
Yeah, the greatest
for it.
IC title match ever. Yeah.
I'm assuming y'all are talking about the War Games match, right? For the Bloodline.
Yeah, we honestly we started
been
talking about
yapping.
the
We
CM
just
Punk.
been yapping.
Right.
CM Punk showing up. That we haven't even got to like who we think is gonna win. We're just talking about like the
Yeah.
impact of CM Punk. showing up.
How do
I
you
don't
feel
even
about
know
the
who's gonna
story?
win this match, to be honest.
How do you feel about
It's
the
kind of a
story
toss up
right
for me. First things first, I think at this stage, nobody should be able to doubt this Bloodline storyline at this stage anymore. They always find ways to connect the dots, to make it make sense in the end, even when you think that it's going in the wrong direction. They always find ways to make it work, bro. This storyline isn't a storyline where you just do things. Like everything always has to make sense, to come together, So, and sometimes it's even the small details that people are now paying attention to and pointing out. Like people are talking about this, the way Paul Heyman is dressed. Like, is that suspicious? Why he dressed like that? You know what I mean? Like he dressed like Solo was or something like that. Like there's this, people are just always talking about everything about this storyline. So, as far as who wins, I'm not really sure. I think the Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and Cody Rhodes match, I think that's the Royal Rumble match they're doing, the triple threat. Because they're going to do the Cody and Kevin Owens match at the Saturday night's main event. I don't think that's going to happen at the Survivor Series show. Otherwise, they would have announced it on SmackDown. So I think that's going to be at that show. I think they're going to do the triple threat at the Royal Rumble. Because I still believe they're doing Cody, Rock, and Roman at WrestleMania. I just don't see anything until I see otherwise. That's just what I see happening.
Yeah,
Keep
pretty
putting
much.
this in the air, man. I'm tired of this.
I mean, it's
I don't see the triple threat, but
I do.
Because I see it.
I see it perfectly clear. I'm not gonna
Same
lie.
here. That makes me sick.
I
think
that shit,
Rock and
man.
Roman is having a because one thing I've noticed about the storyline too, they like to do everything long term. Like they don't like to do everything like they don't do everything like just here right now, especially when fans are asking for it. Like they like to make people wait. And realistically, no matter when they do it, if they do it next year, Rock and Roman, if they do it 2 years from now, the people are gonna eat it up no matter when they do it anyway. So they know like at this stage they got everything in the palm of their hands at this stage. Like especially when it's like the big moments though. Like when they have those big moments, they're really special. You know what I mean? So they know at this stage they can stretch things out despite how people may feel about it. And I think they proved that with Cody Rhodes, if anything. Like when Cody lost to WrestleMania, all y'all thought he was cooked. It was over for him. Like I thought it was done. Like no way he can come back from this, bro. And they pushed it out a whole year, bro, and they made it work. So at this stage, I think they know. They know what they're doing at this stage. Is what I feel. Even now with the War Games match, we thought it should. I still think it should have been 4-on-4. I would have much rather prefer that. However, I'm not gonna lie. I'm interested now. I'm interested.
They made it work. They made the 5-on-5 work.
I'm intrigued. You know what I'm saying?
Once they introduced Bronson Reed, I was like, okay, the 5-on-5 is working. I'm cool with that. Because I was like, I don't know who Solo and them are gonna get. That was the only thing I was worried about. I was like,
but no,
they gonna
when
get?
they
Once
added
got
Gunther,
Bronson
that made it interesting. Like, oh, because now you just know there's different angles. That okay, now we see different angles that we're envisioning. So they have ways they know they can make it work. You know what I mean? And they've done it with people on part-time schedules, on full-time schedules. Like they're able to make pretty much anything work that they want to make work just within the storyline. So that's why I think they're going to go in the direction they're going to go in. For John Cena, there actually is somebody else I think he could face just based off of I think they're going to give him a big match at WrestleMania. I don't think he's going to face like an Austin Theory type person. I don't think he's going to be facing somebody like a lower level. I think it's going to be somebody with a high value name that they can sell tickets and make money with. If it's not Gunther and they go in a different direction, I honestly could see Logan Paul as his opponent because that's a big money marquee match that they could do right there. And that's something that they can promote on like podcasting, different avenues that they could do with that direction. You know what I mean? And that's a match like Cena could lose or win. That really honestly wouldn't affect the outcome of what direction they're going to go in for him. You know, so that's how I see Cena's match going at WrestleMania. I think it's going to be a match that he can win and it would be good for him, or he could lose to help, somebody else that they want to do. Because like I said, I don't see them doing another Austin Theory situation where he's facing somebody that is kind of like this. I don't know what they thought that match was going to be, or the like what if they have Theory before, or I don't know. But
I think up until the promo when he buried him and said, "We don't care about you," I thought it could have worked, and then he cheated to win. Now it was the promo, and then the fact that he needed a low blow to beat him. I was like, bro, if he would have just won clean, all right, cool. But either way, one thing I will say about everything that we talk about, you know what it all comes back to? Whatever the hell Cody does at Mania. This is what this all comes down to. Whatever Cody does at Mania, whatever The Rock does, Roman, because Roman realistically is only facing two people. He's either only facing The Rock or he's running it back with Cody. I don't think it's going to be Solo because I think they're going to have their one-off match before that. So, one thing
you don't think just a wild card? I don't think this will happen. But what about Seth Rollins? I don't think it will. But I mean,
no, the Roman Seth Rollins one-on-one match is like a Roman swan song before he's finally like done. That's how I view that, me personally. Right? Like, remember how Triple H didn't get his win over Batista to like
yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be that long, but that's how I feel like it's gonna play out. What I will say though, when it comes to, which is why I personally would prefer and really, really hope and pray that it's not the triple threat. Because for me, I feel like for Cody Rhodes' reign as champion, if he feuds in this triple threat, that's going to be a story told over the first 4 months of 2025, which means he would have feuded with the Bloodline for 8-9 months out of his 365 reign. I feel like at this point, he needs to move away from them. His title reign has to be much more than the Bloodline. Now, yes, if you want to do your Rock match because he pinned him and you want to pay that off, do that at the Rumble. That's perfectly fine. Titles don't really change hands at the Rumble anyway. We know we're in Mania season. It's just a match to have. So I'm cool with that. I think that match needs to set up how you do Rock versus Roman, right? That needs to set up whatever. Maybe the new Bloodline comes out, Roman tries to stop him, and all of a sudden, come to find out, Rock is on the new Bloodline or whatever the case. Whatever you want to do. That's how you need to set that up. One way or another, I feel like that is how you set it up. I do not want to see Cody Rhodes again feud with the Bloodline for 4 months leading into Mania. Now, I feel like that is doing a disservice to this title reign. And, because bluntly stated, if you get to Mania, that means we know good and well Cody is retaining. Rock isn't winning the title. And Roman, I mean, Bloodline fans might be happy he wins it back, but a lot of us won't be. It'll be a oh my gosh moment, and then we're going to come on this podcast and we're going to say, yeah, that probably isn't the best decision. Have they made it work before? Yeah, but that literally undoes everything you did with Cody Rhodes. Whereas if you went a different route like Randy Orton, at least there's a legacy storyline there that can be told for a decade. Kevin Owens, that's literally somebody you can put right there as he's the justified heel, right? We've had happy endings in Manias before. We can end Mania with a heel ending for once. Does wonders for Kevin Owens, who hasn't won a title in 5-6 years, right? You can still do your Roman stuff, and that'll still be the main event. Like, Roman Reigns is still going main event. You can still tell all of that. I just do not want to see him again feuding with the Bloodline because it's not going to end at this point. Like, it's literally not going to end. Because whoever doesn't get pinned is going to say, oh, well, I didn't get pinned. And then there's another 2-3 months before we're feuding with Cody Rhodes again. Like, it's over at this point. Like even Roman Reigns said it. He's like, that's old news. I'm past that. Stay past that.
I'm moving on, yeah.
Yeah, like, stay past that.
That's why I love the Kevin Owens. That's one of the reasons why I love the Kevin Owens Cody Rhodes segment on SmackDown, because it just, for one, Cody showing some edge for once. Two, like, it really gives me the sense that Cody is really moving on from this whole thing, and he's actually getting to craft a authentic story away from the bloodline, and that's what this title reign needs. It's needed that for a long ass time. And Kevin, that segment as a whole, both promos were amazing on both sides.
See, I look at it differently. Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, I look at it as Cody Rhodes is your new main event guy, right? That's how I'm looking at it. And for him to be your new main event guy, he's gonna have to main event night 2 of WrestleMania, because night 1 is still a main event, but night 2 is like the big marquee match, and they're not gonna put night 2 of WrestleMania also without Roman Reigns in that spot, because he's like their solidified all-time main eventer at this stage. You know what I mean? And of course, if The Rock is gonna be on it, he's not gonna wrestle unless it's night 2 either. I mean, I know he did night 1 this year, but that was only to progress something for night 2, which he was involved in. I don't look at it as like a bloodline storyline, though. I don't think Roman Reigns will have bloodline with him. Like, I don't see this bloodline being a thing after Survivor Series. Like, he's probably going to have the Wise Men maybe, but I don't think they're going to be a group. Like, I don't think they're going to be a group long term. I see Roman kind of doing his own thing. The Rock obviously would be by himself. And this is how, like, Roman is trying to get everything back. Like, if he wins at Survivor Series, I'm assuming he'll get Ulafala back, Tribal Chief Rights back. Only thing he'll have to get back left is the title, which, even though he said I'm past that, he's already kind of teased that he wants that back. Even before he said that, he teased that at Bad Blood, like, I'm going to come back, when I'm ready to come back for that title. The Rock is going to insert, because I think he's obviously also said he's coming after Cody. But if Roman tries to jump in front of him, maybe that kind of, I don't know, slap of disrespect, like, I don't know, however they want to do it to that asset. Like, Rock's ego is going to be, his ego is going to be affected type stuff, where this year I think he's kind of not going to listen to the fans. They're going to go the opposite direction of, we know that he could have took the storyline away this year. They didn't, like, just from kayfabe. This next year, I think it's going to be somewhat of like, he's not going to care whether he takes anybody's spot away. Like, he doesn't care at this point. Like, he's going to do what he wants to do, because that's the main focus. The triple threat I look at as, this can progress and build up Cody even bigger, especially if he gets a win over Rock and Roman. Like, there's nothing people can say at that stage as far as who the face of the WWE is, who their top guy is, like, who really is the man of the WWE. There's nothing that people can deny about that. And whoever gets pinned, that's a story I feel like you progress with Rock and Roman further, as that's the person that you're blaming for losing, and Cody Rhodes continuing to have what he took from the bloodline. And then whatever they do after that, I mean, I don't know how long it could be. Maybe SummerSlam, he could drop it there, or whatever they want to do from that different aspect. But if they do Cody, Randy, and Kevin, that's a good storyline. It won't be bigger than the Rock and Roman storyline, but it's still a good storyline going in for WrestleMania. But that's a night 1 WrestleMania main event. That's not going to be a night 2 WrestleMania main event. And if you're really, to me, telling us Cody Rhodes is your top guy, like your real top face of the company, I feel like he's got to be in that night 2 spot, because that's what they did with Roman Reigns all those years. You knew he was going to be the night 2 main event, no matter what, you know what I mean? And we all talked about whoever took it from Roman got to be in that spot that Roman was in. And I think most of us feel like Cody is. Some people don't, but I feel like Cody is the top guy. But I feel like if he's going to get that match, especially if hypothetically they do the triple threat and then they do Rock and Roman at WrestleMania 2, that's not main eventing over Rock and Roman night 2. That's not a bigger match than Rock and Roman. You know what I mean? That's going to sell more tickets.
So here's my thing. Right. I don't think anything will main event over Rock and Roman unless you're getting Prime Cena versus Prime Stone Cold, right? That's the only thing I feel like can main event over current day Rock and Roman. I still don't think that takes away from the fact that, like I said, once Cody pinned Roman 1, 2, 3, he the face of the company. Now, I don't think that changes. Like, I think no matter what, that nigga is the face of the company. So I feel like, because, for example, when we saw Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in the main event versus the Usos, right? We know that was the better story. We know that was in there, and it played into the bloodline thing that happened later that night, right? If Cody main events night 1, I don't think that's a problem because ideally, if he is main eventing night one in the triple threat or the 1-on-1, I think the reason you would have that night one is because you get to end the show on a title change. Again, I think if Kevin Owens is in that match with Cody Rhodes, I think the title change needs to happen. So I think you end that show with a title change, right? And I think that's good enough. Like, yeah, he's still the face of the company. He'll still open up whatever show he's on, and what's it called? He'll still do the entrance, and everybody will cheer him, and that's fine and dandy, right? To say, okay, well, nothing's gonna main event over Rock Roman, so let's put Cody in there so that he can main event night two, I feel like it's a waste. And maybe it's not specifically the entire bloodline, but he would have been feuding with a semblance of the bloodline. And I said since he won the title, he technically been feuding with these niggas since the Royal Rumble last year. So that's what, 400 something days. And we're like 250 to 300 of them were feuding with the bloodline. Like, yes, long-term storytelling, but it's starting to get repetitive. Again, if you just really need to, you can do your Rock Cody match, right? Let's just, like you said, I'll even take what you said. Let's say Roman Reigns is like, oh, I'm ready to come back for the title. Rock shows up. Actually, remember I said I was going to come back? I'm going to fight him at the Rumble. Boom, that's how you start the feud right there. Rock has now jumped the line the same way Cody jumped The Rock last time. Now The Rock is jumping Roman, right? And now Roman trying to get back his semblance of tribal chief. He was only tribal chief with the title. So now someone else is going to take that. He's going to feel threatened. Now instead of The Rock needing to acknowledge Roman, now Roman might have to acknowledge The Rock and this, that. You can do a lot of stuff with that. I just feel will people enjoy it, and will it? I think they'll tell a good story. I think they will. And even though I think they'll tell a good story with the triple threat, I still don't think it should take place over the possibility of like a Kevin Owens winning that title on night one. Like, nothing's been confirmed yet, but I think we're all assuming 42's in London. And I know they want something big for 42, right? I think they're waiting to announce it like when they get to London, right? For this little European tour. I think they're waiting to announce it then. But I just, will they do it? Yeah. But will they do it good? Sure. But I just feel like it would be a really waste of time. I feel like it would be a waste of time because the outcome is basically predictable. And then if you don't have the outcome of Cody Rhodes winning, it's going to have negative repercussions. Please don't let The Rock win that title. Because if he does, my God, it's basically like worse than when Brock Lesnar won it and then went away for 8 months. Like that it's almost as bad as that, even worse.
I think it's more so. I just feel like Cody needs that night two main event for me personally, if he's going to be your real main event guy. Because even if you look at, I don't know if you guys have seen the pattern, but if you look at it, ever since Roman's come back, Cody has been in the main event spots either with Roman or with somebody else, and he's not even on Survivor Series. So I think they're doing things like purposely, like the Bad Blood main event. Okay, the tag team match, Crown Jewel, Roman was on the show, but Cody got the main event with Gunther. Then Survivor Series, Cody's probably not going to be on the show, so the Bloodline, obviously, War Games is going to be the main event factor for that. So I think they're doing stuff like that purposely to make sure that they keep Cody in that spot because they don't want Roman's star power or main event scene to overshadow what they feel for Cody. And I feel like if he's not in that spot for night two, that's just how it's going to feel to me.
But you don't think he's already proven himself to be a main eventer?
He has, from a booking perspective, but I think him and Roman are still like there. Like I think Roman Reigns is still there. That's why I feel like when Cody is on the shows with Roman, it's important to I think it was important to have Cody and Gunther in the main event because they could have put the Bloodline stuff in the main event for Crown Jewel if they wanted.
Yeah.
But I think it was important for stuff like that to be in the main event. If you're going to keep Cody off of Survivor Series to put the Bloodline in the main event, okay, that's cool. I like that aspect and that concept. But I'm just saying, for me personally, we know there's 2 nights of main events, right? We know night one is a big main event, and that's still a big marquee. But night two is usually like their big,
because it's the last match.
Match. It's their big money main events. That's how they've been presenting it the last 3 years since they've been doing the 2-night WrestleMania main events. I just feel like if Cody's not in that spot of the second night, I don't know. I just feel like that takes away his credibility as the main event guy for me, because he's been in the main event spots the last 2 years. Granted, they've been with the bloodline stuff, and I understand that. But if they're doing the triple threat, I'm looking at it like this is going to help benefit Cody by the win. Only if he wins it, like you said. If he doesn't win, then it's really no way they should do that, because Roman Reigns, if he wins, it wouldn't be the end of the world. But
he doesn't need that title again.
If The Rock win, that's like the end of the world. If The Rock wins, that's like the world freezing. Like, all right, that's a stupid decision. Even if they have, let's say if they have Rock win and then he drops it to Cody like at SummerSlam or something like that, I still feel like him winning the title was just, it's not necessary at this stage. You know what I mean? Like it's not needed. So I don't know what direction they go in. I mean, I just feel like also if they do the triple threat of Rock, Roman, and Cody, it opens up more avenues for the night one main event for it to be like Cena and Gunther or Rollins and Punk, who, you know, CM Punk still deserves that main event spot. You know what I mean? Because he was going to get it this year. Didn't get it because he got hurt, and he should have already had it under his resume. But I feel like that's how it could open up more avenues. Because if they do Rock versus Roman, no way Cody doesn't get a main event spot for night one. At least he should. If he doesn't, then that's not a good look either.
But I think he will get the main event for night one, because after thinking about it, now that Seth Rollins is not world heavyweight champion, when they do Rollins Punk, that's easily a show opener. Because last year it was like, oh, well, that's a night one main event, Rollins Punk for the world heavyweight title. Punk wins his world heavyweight title. If they're not going to do that this year at Mania, that's easily an opener. So I think this is how I genuinely see, because we know you always talk about openers and closes, right? Yes, you have your matches in the middle. You're going to have great matches in the middle. But realistically, Rock Roman main event night 2, I think either a triple threat or a one-on-one between Cody and Kevin will main event night 1. Punk and Rollins opens up 1. And whatever Cena, if let's say they do Cena Gunther, I think that opens up 1. Right? If they don't do Cena Gunther, Cena will probably be middle. Like, if they don't do Cena Gunther, I'm assuming they're going to do Cena Braun Breaker. That's easily like, you can open with that. You don't have to. That could be a middle of the card and everybody, like, that's fine. Right? I think Gunther will probably get an opener. Right, whatever his world heavyweight match is, I think and then you could also what's it called? If they do the triple threat, if they do a three-way match between Liv, Rhea, and Becky, assuming Becky comes back, that's easily an opener. Or ladder match. And you can always open with a ladder match, and ain't nobody finna complain. You can always open with a ladder match. And nobody's gonna complain. Like, everybody will be okay.
Ladder match gonna be LA Knight. I think that's the ladder match. All the people he's been running through.
No, I think the ladder match. If they don't do Cena Braun, I think the ladder match is gonna be on that side, because Carmelo, you're winning that US title at Mania, baby. You're winning that US title at Mania, baby.
Is he really though?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they already set it up. He's about to fight Cody Rhodes again in a one-on-one match. I think he's gonna get it.
Get the US title?
Yeah, I think so. I think either that or Money in the Bank. That's the next 2 options for Melo for me. It's either U.S. title or Money in the Bank.
I don't know.
If he doesn't get US title, he's winning Money in the Bank.
He's the one that got pinned in the U.S. title match. So,
which is fine. It's fine because of the way he got pinned.
I don't see him getting Money in the Bank. Yeah, I don't.
And he's also a heel. So
Money in the Bank is a little too. It's too left field.
Yeah, I don't see Money in the Bank.
I don't think it's left field because
in a year's time, why not?
I don't think that's out of left field at all.
If we're judging by how he's
being the world champion, I don't see that.
No. I think he'll win Money. He's gonna have a look. We always talk about tendencies. You know how quick they got rid of this Money in the Bank? That's because next year's is holding that for a long time. They already have the plan, unless someone just gets crazy hot. But even when I say that, LA Knight was crazy hot. They didn't give him money.
No, honestly, who I think could win Money in the Bank.
Logistics held that back though, because Vince was
dumb.
Just
based off. No, it's a name nobody's even talking about, bro. Just based off how they've been using him, bro. I could see Bronson Reed getting that bitch, bro. If I'm being real,
he don't need it.
I mean, look how he's being presented.
I can see Dom.
You can win a title straight up.
I can really see Dom.
You say that about everybody. Somebody's got to get it.
Can we revisit? Now that you brought up Bronson Reed, can we revisit something I said a while ago that everybody looked at me like I was crazy for saying? Y'all don't think he could be a world heavyweight championship contender for Mania now?
Not
for Mania,
yet.
Gunther against Gunther?
Yeah, like if they
this coming year.
Like if because I'm assuming he's gonna win the Seth feud.
Like contender.
If he wins the Seth feud, I'm not saying win it, but just he can't fight for that world heavyweight title in Mania.
He can.
Not Mania.
That would be a crazy match.
Not
Gunther versus Bronson
Mania.
Reed.
Not Mania.
I mean, they already
Mania.
had a match though. They had a match.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, Gunther whipped that ass.
It was a good match.
This was before Bronson Reed was Bronson Reed, though. We on a whole different level of Bronson Reed now. This is a whole different Bronson Reed.
I see him winning like a King of the Ring or Money in the Bank next year. Because just based off what they've been doing with him,
I can see Gunther and Bronson Reed for SummerSlam. Yeah,
that's a SummerSlam match.
I think just what they've been doing with him. I think they got some big plans for him.
Are y'all
SummerSlam 2 nights, right? Next year?
No, that's not so. Oh wait, is it next year?
No, it is next year. It is next
Minneapolis.
year. Yeah, it's 2 nights.
Okay, so then let me ask a question then. Are y'all saying that just because of the options that we have? Like, for example, let's just say Cena didn't say he was coming back and this is last year. Would y'all still be saying that that's not a Mania level match? Or
I just don't see
Bronson
him
Reed just hasn't
title.
been built up as a guy at Mania.
It's a cool Mania match, but I feel like they're gonna give Gunther somebody who has star power. Bronson Reed doesn't.
I look at Mania as
because if he faces Goldberg, Goldberg's got star power.
You
don't want to see it, but
I only look at Goldberg is the
I only look at Mania as
a perfect Rumble match. It's a perfect Rumble match.
I was about to say that's literally a perfect Rumble match, bro.
No, it's a perfect
Rumble match.
WrestleMania is a cash grab show, bro. I don't look at Bronson Reed and Gunther as a cash grab.
Exactly. That's why
WrestleMania is all about how can we make the most money. Gunther and Goldberg, bro. That is money.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? You saying that?
Let's not do that.
Like we didn't have the Hurt Business versus LWO or Final Testament on the freaking Mania card. Like, come on. Like,
I mean,
we acted like
we're talking about the world title.
No, but that wasn't for the
world
title.
That was an Extreme Rules match, mind you. That was an Extreme Rules match.
Hey, man, you're talking about the world title though. Like Mania has filler matches.
Those are different. Those are filler matches. The world title isn't a filler match you're putting on the show.
I'm not gonna lie.
The world title match is gonna be a match that has a build with somebody that you're either obviously building up to win the championship or somebody you're going to have retain the championship.
I'm not going to hold you. Gunther versus Goldberg is a filler match. It is a filler match.
Stop it.
It's going to go 3-4 minutes. Big move. It's going to be Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg all over again.
Hey, Gunther wins in 3 minutes.
We don't need that.
But it's a bigger picture for Gunther's legacy because he'll retire Goldberg. That'll be like his real last match. So he'll have an asterisk of Goldberg got retired by Gunther, and Gunther can say that he retired a legend like Goldberg. That's more for his legacy.
I mean, that caveat is great. It's still a filler match. It's still like realistically, it does nothing for Gunther. Like realistically, it does nothing for him.
It does nothing for nobody.
Gunther is going to be Gunther going in and coming out. He does not elevate. He doesn't reach enough. Now, if this was Brock Lesnar, cool.
I still got faith.
If this was Brock Lesnar,
Gunther and Brock,
cool.
yeah,
I got you on that one. I will get what you on that one. Goldberg, ain't nobody moved by that nigga, bro.
In 2025, bro.
That's a filler match.
We done with Goldberg, bro.
It'll be exactly where Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg was. In the middle of the card.
Middle of the show.
6 minutes.
Unimportant.
That's exactly where it'll be.
I think that opens the show. I think that would open the show. Because it won't be that long. That's a match.
That's more of a reason why I don't think it'll open
Gunther deserves better than that for WrestleMania.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, hey, let's
if he gets to retire Goldberg, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey, but let's keep it a buck though. Let's say he fights Cena. How long is that match realistically going?
10, 15
7 minutes.
7.
Bro, Cena needs an asthma pump every time he wrestles a singles match.
Cena's going to get demolished. That's how they're gonna tell.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Cena getting beat down, and then he does his little comeback, and then he does his comeback.
Yeah, that's 7 minutes. Going back and forth. They're not going back and forth. When have you seen Cena go back and forth?
I'm not gonna lie.
When have you seen Cena go back and forth the past 4 years?
I'm not gonna lie.
Cena
got destroyed by Solo Sikoa.
And that was like 10 minutes.
Before Solo was solo.
How long was that match?
But with Gunther,
he was the enforcer. That's when he was still solo. That's when he was more dominant.
No, I'm saying that's when he was like before Solo had this type of lore that he got right now.
Like, but he was more dominant. He was more dominant than
that was a 16-minute match. Yeah, you can literally just do that, but with better in-ring.
That was a 16-minute match. That was a 16-minute match.
That was a 16-minute match.
But if we know how Gunther is, Gunther wants to wrestle. He don't give a fuck about that in-ring story. Like, let's do story shit. Once that bell rings, he wants to wrestle. Cena not giving him that shit.
Bro, it's gonna be. You know what he should do? He should give Cena 16 chops like Brock Lesnar gave him 16 suplexes. That's what he should do.
You want a squash match at WrestleMania?
Absolutely, I do. Absolutely.
I mean, that would be a really
that
good
would do way
be...
more for Gunther than a Goldberg match would.
And Cena if they're gonna tell that story of him getting redemption.
I'm saying, yeah, but I'm saying like Gunther
beating
Cena,
it elevated him, yeah, for sure.
Way more than Goldberg ever could.
Yeah, nobody's looking for Goldberg in 2025. Not even the casuals. I'm sorry, nobody.
Only Atlanta. Only Atlanta.
I would.
That's why they did. That's why they did it in Atlanta.
Y'all better relax before they put WrestleMania.
That's why.
Goldberg.
That's why they're gonna continue.
Where's
to do
my
stuff
sign?
like that, because people like us, we don't want to see certain things, and we think that everybody thinks that way, but not everybody thinks that way, bro. Like you hear people chanting his name every time he comes out, bro. That's why they're gonna. Yeah. That's why they can do something like that. Even if they go to WrestleMania, they're gonna chant Goldberg's name at WrestleMania, bro. Guaranteed.
I mean, 100%. I love Goldberg, but he's cooked, bro.
But that's why they do stuff like that.
And Cena
nostalgia is great for a Royal Rumble match.
Yeah, that's a perfect Royal Rumble match. Cena at WrestleMania
Not for
makes way more
Mania.
sense.
But that's the same thing for Cena, though. That's a nostalgia match too. That's nostalgia.
No. Cena's actually going on a year-long.
Exactly.
Like
Goldberg just popping up and dipping.
This is the final curtain call.
But that's still
a year-long.
Anytime Cena comes around, it's nostalgia at this point. Anytime he comes around.
But here's the thing: when Cena's been coming back around, what he do? U.S. title match, one off here.
Right,
for the world title, Cena. If we did that, there'd be a storyline behind it. We're not doing that with Goldberg. That's a one-off filler match, not for the world title. Do it at the Royal Rumble, not at Mania. That's what I'm saying. Hey, bro, think about this Rumble card just for the casuals. Let's look at this from a casual perspective. Cody Rhodes versus The Rock, Gunther versus Goldberg. You're selling out the arena. Just as a casual standpoint.
I mean,
that's probably one of your fastest selling Royal Rumble gates. And we know how WWE loves selling out them tickets. You put Cody versus Rock and Gunther versus Goldberg, you were selling out those tickets in the first 10 minutes. Easy. You ain't, and let alone the lore of the Rumble match itself, which I'm assuming would be better told under Triple H as far as like a full. I mean, because last year's or the year I went, right, it was a pretty good Rumble, right? Cody won, you know what I mean? Rhea Ripley won. Oh, what's it called? And they didn't need a lot of nostalgia in the thing to do it. They had a good amount of roster. Last year, everybody was mad about the surprises. I'm like, well, that's because y'all are dumb. Y'all been begging for them to have a roster for 30 women to use. They finally do it. Only thing we was mad about was that Liv Morgan was number 30. That's the only thing we was mad about. She didn't need to be number 30. That's the only one that didn't need to be number 30. Other than that, everybody else is cool. So I'm saying that's a perfect Royal Rumble sellout. The casuals gonna eat that thing up. Ain't nobody trying to see a filler match. Now, you bring Brock Lesnar back. That's a story you can tell. Brock Lesnar showed me he could tell a story leading into a title match for a while, especially because this technically gonna be Cowboy Brock, because Gunther's a heel. So everybody love Cowboy Brock with the little braid in his head looking like a farmer. Awesome. Great job.
We'll see when it comes to Brock. We'll see. If he's not cleared, just keep him away.
He's not coming back if he's not cleared, so.
Yeah, just keep him away. I'm not going to lie. Don't need him.
I think, sometimes it's about what we want and then what's reality too, though. Like, we want, some of these matches are filler matches, but WrestleMania is the big show of the year that they're going to put the biggest names possible on the show. You know what I mean? So I definitely don't think Goldberg is not having a retirement match. It's not on WrestleMania next year. I definitely think his retirement match is going to be WrestleMania. They haven't confirmed it or said anything, but I think that's where his last match is going to be. If it was up to me, he'd be facing Braun Breaker. That's who I would have retire Goldberg. But there's different layers and different aspects. They've already teased the Gunther match, so I'm assuming that match is already going to happen. I don't think they would have entwined that, for it not to happen at this stage. So whether it happens at Royal Rumble or WrestleMania, I don't know. But if Gunther is the one to retire Goldberg, I mean, I don't think that's great for Gunther. There's nothing wrong with that. That helps boost him up further, if you ask me, because now he retires a legend. He's got title reigns under his belt, King of the Ring, everything you could ask for, and he's going to accomplish more in the future as well, especially if he also beats Cena too that later that year, whether it's SummerSlam or whatever, that they have the little match too. So that just boosts up Gunther even more for different directions that could go in, for different aspects of his career. So have y'all touched on the Women's War Games match?
No, we haven't. Actually, I was going to
No.
ask the question before we got there. I was going to ask, because I think you talked about it before with Mo like off, but how do y'all feel when it comes to war games being an every year thing? Do y'all think it should change? Do y'all think it's perfectly fine? Because I know some people kind of
Change
hate
it.
it.
I think
Change it.
war,
You disappoint me.
war games
Change
needs
it.
to be what Hell in a Cell is. Only use it when it actually matters.
Not four storylines
But what I'm
no.
I'm not speaking objectively because me personally, I've never been a huge war games guy to begin with. But I just think, especially this year, how they're handling the women, it just feels so thrown together. Like I know the main basis is Rhea versus Liv, but Rhea wasn't here for the build up for war games like that, which kind of makes it weird that she's immediately being inserted and looked at as the leader, which I get, but you wasn't here for that. So it kind of makes sense, but then again, I'm not speaking objectively because I've never been a huge war games guy to begin with. So if they take it out, great. If they leave it there, I'll suck it up and still watch it.
No.
Yeah, if you want to like bring back the 5-on-5s, and then if you get a storyline that justifies war games, and they just cannot stop brawling, make it a war games match. But making it the yearly thing that we have to do war games, like if you would have asked me, I would not have put the women in war games this year. I just don't think they needed it. The story feels a little bit convoluted for what they're doing, especially with the Bianca and Io thing. That makes no freaking sense. But yeah, I just don't think you need to do it every year.
So here's where Devil's Advocate G Baby comes in.
Uh-oh.
They literally did this for like 5 years straight in NXT, and it was always great. It was perfectly fine. Like every year, you knew Undisputed Era was finna be in that working match.
Well, that's the thing. They
That
made
makes
it
sense.
the thing is they made every match feel organic and make sense with the build-ups. Now, when it's gotten to the main roster, it just feels like, all right. So the best. How can I word this? We have war games marked on the calendar, right? And it feels like they're doing all these stories, and then they just remembered, oh shit, we have war
It's
games
November.
on this day. It's November. Yep. Now we have. That's what it feels like. NXT they did a pay-per-view every other month, which made it.
And I feel you. I get what you're saying, but like the reason why I'm kind of like this is like all the same because like yeah, Undisputed Era they told that. There was women's war games matches in NXT. That was like, okay, all the bad girls are gonna face all the good girls. The baby faces and heels are gonna fight each other.
And I still didn't like that.
And that's fine. And that's fine.
Me.
And that's fine. Like if you didn't like it back then, fine, cool. I'm not saying you wrong. But when I look at it, I'm like, okay, well, and this is more so for the other audience, not us specifically.
Right.
But like they loved it in NXT. Everybody was looking forward to who gonna be Tommaso Ciampa and them new member because they took out whoever it was. Oh snap, it's Kevin Owens. Everybody was like, oh, Undisputed Era versus all the good guys again. Like the first War Games match I thought was a little wonky. I'm glad they changed that.
With AOP Undisputed Era insanity.
The
made sense, but it was too much.
But it didn't.
Too much.
Yeah, so I'm glad they changed that.
The best build they did was Undisputed Era and Ricochet, Pete Dunne, and War Raiders because all of them had a feud within each other. Like War Raiders and the Undisputed Era had a feud. Ricochet and Adam Cole had a feud. Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong had a feud.
Yeah,
so that's what made sense.
Yes, but when I look at it here, okay, like for example, technically, when I really look at it, I don't think they're just kind of, oh snap, War Games is here, let's throw something together. Because when I look at it, okay, so who are the 4 baby faces, right? We have Beyond or the 5. See, that's the problem. I'll give y'all on the 5. The 5 for the woman are making it extra because Io was just there because she's number 1 contender. Bianca, the same animosity you have for Bayley should be the same animosity you have for Io, and you're not, and that is annoying.
She cashed in on you, like what the fuck?
She did way more than Bayley did. Way more,
and she was part of Damage Control too, right? Yeah, but here's the thing: when it comes to the women, the reason why I feel like even though the five part is kind of what's throwing it off, I look at okay. Bianca and Jade are the tag champions. They literally were just feuding with Liv and Raquel, trying to have a tag title match. And before that, they had a match, even though, again, that part doesn't make sense. They literally just had a feud with Io and Dakota. No, Kyrie, right? Yep. So there was a spinning tag feud going on. Okay, I see why you introduced them, right? Naomi, she feuding with Nia, and by proxy, she's feuding with Tiffany. It should have been Bayley in this match because, Bayley, what's it called? Bayley is friends with Naomi, so she has her back, but there's a can they coexist storyline with Bianca Belair that you easily could have used to give the heel women their first War Games win in however many years they've been doing this, right? Mm-hmm. There's that. So all the baby faces are who? It's Bianca, well now Rhea, because I guess Jade got taken out. So Bianca, Rhea, Io, Naomi, and
Bayley's in it now because Jade's out.
Yeah, Jade's out.
Oh, so she's gonna be the one to replace it?
Yeah, who else is gonna be?
Yeah.
So when Rhea debuted, like to show us like, I'm the 5th member, was Jade always standing next to her?
Yeah, Jade was there. Jade didn't get taken out until SmackDown. She got put through
and they didn't replace anybody with her on SmackDown.
They didn't say yet, but it's gonna be Bayley.
It's obvious.
It's gonna be Bayley.
Okay, so cool. So Rhea, Bianca.
Now we don't know who attacked. We don't know who attacked Jade.
We don't know. That's gonna be an interesting story. I'm actually looking forward to that. I think that adds a little extra layer, right? And then on the heels, you have Nia, Tiffany, Candice. They've clearly shown to be a little thing. For a minute. And then you have Liv and Raquel. I think it's actually been woven together nicely. I just wish they wouldn't have done 5-on-5. They the men, they made it make sense, and I'm cool with it. The women, adding Io was just unnecessary. Like, that is the part that really messes it up. Io does not need to be there. I think you could have easily done Bianca, Jade, what's it called? Bianca, Jade, Naomi, and Bayley.
Yeah. Oh.
Bayley versus, and this could have just been SmackDown versus Nia, Tiffany, Candice, and there were, who else was Naomi in them feuding with? There was another girl that they could have. There was somebody else that they could have put in there, but I think that could have been fine. But then you added Io, and now Rhea. So I guess that's why you're taking Jade out to add Rhea in here, and now Bayley. But I think they just told the story bad when they added 5. But I could kind of see the writing on the wall when they were cross feuding with Nia and Liv. When Nia and Liv were facing each other for Crown Jewel, but they were showing up on each other's shows, and I was like, oh yeah, that's how they're setting up War Games. It's literally how they're setting it up. I think it makes sense. I don't think there's been a War Games match that they haven't told to make sense, especially on the men's side, because it's pretty much been Bloodline everything with your one Judgment Day. And the Judgment Day one made sense too. So I think they've told it perfectly fine. I think it makes sense, especially because we know Triple H, when he first took over, that man was putting factions together like nobody's business. So it makes sense, but I don't think it's a problem. I just wish the man, they made it work, and the previous year Bloodlines made it work. I just don't think it needs to be 5-on-5 this year.
For me, I just feel like obviously the in-ring, the match is going to be great, right? I just to me, the story just is a little bit too convoluted for them to just force War Games every single year. I don't think they need to do it. Like on the Bloodline side, it makes sense, obviously. Like, yeah, you need War Games for that. That's just, if they didn't, it'd be unacceptable. But I don't know. That's just me.
I don't have an issue with it happening every year as long as they can make stories for it to make sense. That's all I ask for. And if you can have stories for it to make sense, then I'm cool with it. I don't want like just random things thrown together, like when they were doing Hell in a Cell every year. Like you had Sheamus versus like Randy Orton in a Hell in a Cell match one random year, like just out of the blue. I mean, just random shit like that. You know what I mean? Now, the women's War Games matches definitely, I think, need more effort as far as storylines, because the men's every year has made sense. And those have been the best ones. The Bloodline, the Judgment Day stuff, like they've always added together. The women's one, I feel like they need to either get rid of it like every year. But then seeing if they do that, then people are going to be upset that they don't have a women's War Games match too. So that's why they got to do it. You know
Which
what I mean?
is the
So
problem you have.
you gotta
Once you establish that it's one men, one's women's, you have to do it every year.
Yeah,
like imagine if they get rid of the Rumble. Like, you know what I mean?
You gotta
hellfire and brimstone, bro.
I feel like you just gotta have the stories that make sense. Because I mean, the traditional Survivor Series matches are great. You know, if they were to bring something like that back, they were great. I was really done with the Raw and SmackDown stuff probably after like 2017. Like that one year that Raw swept SmackDown, that was it for me, bro. I'm like, I don't
I
that
remember
was
that
so dumb.
because the only one SmackDown one was the tag team one, and
on
they
the
didn't
pre-show.
even count it because it was on the pre-show. Oh my god, that was hilarious.
Even when they added NXT, bro, it was cool, but
the NXT one was great. They just messed up on the main event.
It was. I mean,
that should not have been the main event.
That was horrible.
It was cool. Like it was a cool factor they added, but I mean, I still really wasn't like overly excited about that. I mean, 2019 was a bad year anyway, but
I'm not gonna lie, I was lit for that War Games because I was like, oh, this might be the year, and like they might actually give NXT the wins here because when you looked across, it was like,
no, yeah, but at that stage, WWE was so bad, and plus, I gave up zero faith on the main roster. Even if NXT had won that stuff, that still didn't mean nothing to me. I'm like, bro, they're in NXT, but when they come up to the main roster, they're cooked, bro.
I mean, we all knew that, but I definitely think that was.
And then Shayna wins that match, comes up to the main roster, and loses at WrestleMania.
It was cooked, bro. Yeah, like that shit don't mean nothing, bro.
Roger Strong beat Shinsuke and fucking AJ and doesn't get called up once.
He did.
Yeah,
bro. Keith Lee got the fist. Bro, y'all remember Keith Lee's year before he even got there?
Yeah.
Had the pin Seth Rollins, had the little, I almost beat Roman Reigns back when Vince was still pushing him to the moon. Had the Royal Rumble showing against Brock Lesnar. Like, okay, who's this big boy? Beat Randy Orton. And then it was
lost to Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
I had a bad feeling when they changed.
You know what's crazy was he was supposed to be United States champion at Elimination Chamber, but he got sick and Matt Riddle won instead.
Yes, bro.
Then they have that effect too, like.
And then the Mania match would have been Keith Lee versus Sheamus.
Yes, bro.
They have that effect. They had the effect back then, like if you got not everybody, only certain people. If you got hurt or sick or something like that, you lost your spot, you know. So whenever you came back, you weren't going to get put back in that spot type stuff. So
they changed his team and fed his ass to Bobby fucking Lashley in Texas too.
So I mean, 2016, 2017 when they did Raw vs SmackDown, that was great. You know what I'm saying? I was all in for that. But 2018, that's when they got swept. I was like, nah, I'm not feeling that. You know, the only match that I really cared about was Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar. Everything else was like that really pissed me off.
Isn't that the year?
And even then,
wasn't that the
Kurt
Angle, Braun Strowman, Triple H on one team?
No, that was
2017.
No,
that was so stupid. I hate that.
What was the 2019 team? What was that team?
That was NXT.
Yeah, that was the NXT.
No. I'm sorry, 2018. The year Raw got swept. What? I mean, SmackDown got swept. Who was on that team?
I remember Braun Strowman.
McMahon was on SmackDown for sure. I know that. That's all.
Braun Strowman, Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, and one more. I forget who's on.
Is that the year Seth Rollins? Oh no, that wasn't. Let me look that up. Wait.
I know Seth and Nakamura had their match that year.
That was terrible. Yeah, that team was.
That was an okay match.
2018 was when I was done with the Raw vs SmackDown stuff, bro. I was like,
they kind of killed it that year.
2019 was cool. Like when they added NXT, it was cool, but I still didn't care much for it, just because I didn't really believe they were gonna really do much with the NXT people once they came up to the main roster. Like they only won those matches because Triple H had a little bit of stroke that you can't destroy my guys while they're still under my name, under my brand. You know what I mean? And I think Vince understood that part. But if those guys had been up on the main roster, I don't think Shayna Baszler would have won. I don't see a lot of those people winning. They had Gunther get eliminated like 5 minutes in the match, you know, in the tag team match. You know what I mean?
One Claymore and he was gone.
Yeah, like, so I didn't have faith in that aspect at all. 2020, I don't think they did do it in 2022 or.
Yeah, they did 2020.
Yeah, see, I was done with it by then.
But 2020 was when like Seth gave himself up. This is for the greater good.
Yeah, 2021.
And that was Jey Uso.
He laid down.
Yeah, he was just like, Sheamus broke it. And they swept SmackDown that year too.
Because that's when Jey Uso.
Raw swept SmackDown again.
Yeah, because
in that match.
Because I remember they were telling the story. Roman Reigns got mad at Jey Uso because he didn't lead his team to victory. because they got swept. I remember that.
Yep, and then Roman.
He was like, "What you want me to do?" Like,
and then 2021. 2021 was the ending with Seth and Jeff Hardy. Remember that one?
I loved that. That one was good.
That's when
Charlotte
that was
and
Jeff Hardy. I think that was Jeff Hardy's last match.
That was when
Jeff Hardy.
was
That's when they were going to tell
Roman.
the story of Jeff Hardy going into the feud with Roman Reigns for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that was his last pay-per-view match. Yep.
Low key glad it didn't happen because Jeff would have gotten
Fuck you.
Right.
Fuck you. That's my dream match.
Roman would have.
That would have been a really good match. Though. I think that would have.
That's my dream match, bro. I'm never gonna get it too. Like
that would have been a good match.
Well, Roman kicking out of a Swanton 2.9999.
Man, just like the belief, like we're doing this again. Nope. Roman crushes.
You'll have all the Jeff Hardy fans on TikTok. One more run, please.
That would have added more heat for Roman Reigns' run though.
Hey, y'all remember in 20?
That would have gave Jeff a sympathy run with a mid card title, probably.
Hey, y'all remember in 2014 when Natalya, Alicia Fox, Emma, and Naomi swept Paige, Cameron, Layla, and Summer Rae?
I didn't.
I only remember it because I just watched it.
I didn't want to remember.
Only reason why I remember that pay-per-view at all.
Why?
Outside of the main event,
I didn't want to remember it. If that's what you need to know.
Yeah. So the 2021 was Braun Strowman, AJ Styles, Keith Lee, Riddle, and Sheamus. That's when they beat Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Jey Uso, King Corbin, and freaking Otis.
Back when they were trying to make Otis a singles guy.
That Raw vs SmackDown stuff was it got bad at 2017, bro.
2016, they did it properly. Like they really built heat there, but then
that 2018 and above, that shit was booty, bro. That shit was
they had Triple H join team.
They had Otis on the team, bro. Why is he on the team?
Bro, it was Kurt Angle and Triple H. Both of that's how
John Cena's on Team SmackDown, like he's not a free agent or something.
Hey, and don't get me wrong. They did set up Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey versus.
It did.
That was nice, but
they didn't need to do it that way.
Bro, remember he turned on Braun Strowman
and Braun just
back
chokes him out and does
and
nothing. And they did nothing with that at all.
Yeah. Well, they didn't have to do anything with that. I didn't think they were going to do much of that. But if Triple H hadn't been on that team, remember it was going to be Jason Jordan. So if it wasn't going to be Triple H, Jason Jordan.
What was wrong with Jason Jordan?
Look at everybody else that was in that match, bro.
He was the odd man out.
He would have been
we can't say Jason Jordan was cooking at the time.
No, I mean he was
slowly starting to turn heel.
He was having great matches.
Yeah,
he was having great matches. But if you put him on that match,
he was easily sticking out like a sore thumb.
Nah, bro, come on.
Easily sticking out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, because they had SmackDown still had Shinsuke, Bobby Roode. Those guys were still over at that time frame.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't cooked yet. Randy Orton, Shane McMahon, and they had John Cena. And then Raw had Strowman, who was the most dominant guy in the company. I think that had Finn Balor, who was still cool at the time. I think Samoa Joe was on the team, who was dominant. And I think it would have been Seth Rollins. I think he was the other guy. I think it was Seth Rollins. No. Wasn't Seth Rollins?
It was Triple H, Kurt Angle.
Oh, Kurt Angle.
Finn
Kurt
Balor,
Angle, because he was the GM.
Yeah.
So they had Kurt Angle, who's a legend. Jason Jordan, come on, bro.
I mean, that was his son, though, bro. I mean, you let him team with his dad, man.
Oh, my God.
He's sticking out.
So the 2018 one, The Miz and Rey Mysterio were on the team. Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was Rey, Shane.
I'm seeing right here Drew McIntyre, and this is when he was, like, on Dolph Ziggler's whole thing. So Drew McIntyre, Braun Strowman, Bobby Lashley.
That's who it was, Lashley.
Yeah, they were the 3 sole survivors.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, because that's when they led into that Shield match. Remember, they had a TLC. Oh no, that was before. So that was in October that year. I forgot. So that was the month before. Because that's when Kurt Angle teamed up with the Shield, and they continued that to tell that
picture of Kurt behind Roman, Dean and Seth, just like, hey guys. That shit is hilarious.
Was this before Braun Strowman got hit in the head by Baron Corbin? Was this before that or after that?
I think that was 2018 when Braun got attacked by. Wait.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This is the same year.
Yeah, that was the same year. Yeah.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that at all.
You talking about before the match with Brock?
Before the match with Brock, and then
it was the same
Corbin
year.
Just hit him over. Oh my God, bro.
Same year.
Oh no, this is before. That was before. That was at Crown Jewel. So that was the month.
Yeah,
that was
Crown Jewel.
A couple weeks before that.
Mm-hmm. God, I hate Raw 2018.
That's when Braun Strowman got cooked for real. That was it.
2018 Raw is the worst period for Raw. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was fucking awful. Fucking people getting shot in the ass with fucking.
I'll never forget. I'll never forget also because
that whole episode.
You want to know why I hated 2018 as well?
Man,
Because Samoa Joe got eliminated like quick as fuck.
Yeah, it was
quick as. I was like,
bro, they did so much good work to build him up in the summer, even after he lost to Brock, and it was just like,
and then he just got eliminated. I'm like,
nothing.
No, because he was cooked in the summer too. The end of the year when he lost to AJ Styles, like every match, bro.
No, that wasn't that year.
That was 2018. That was
2018.
Oh, we're still talking about 2018? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was 2018.
Yeah.
That's when he lost to AJ. They had the match at SummerSlam. He lost in Australia. I think even Saudi Arabia. Like that was he tapped out the last match, I believe, too. And then the last match, he tapped out the calf crusher.
And you know what's crazy? They did all that just to have that weak ass Shinsuke match at Mania. Never forget that.
Well, that was before the Samoa Joe stuff, yeah. So I mean, that was
AJ Styles held the title for that long. Damn.
Oh yeah, it was a year.
He held it for
way over a year. Way over a year.
Did he really?
He lost it to Daniel Bryan before Survivor Series because they did.
I remember that. I remember that, but he held that title for a minute.
Well, in the same year, he beat Shinsuke and Samoa Joe at four straight matches in the same year. 4 straight matches for the title. That's crazy.
NXT boy is so quick, bro. He was like, all right, get him out of here.
Yeah, that's crazy. And nobody turned on AJ either. That's kind of even crazy to think about. Like he was beating people that could have beat him too at that time.
Bro, he beat fucking Corbin, Sammy, KO, Ziggler, and Cena in the same match, and nobody gave a fuck.
Bro, they're like, giving him a pass because he beat them.
They said, yeah. Now we really
that. Actually, you know what? Before that, because he beat Jinder, and then he did stuff, but he beat
Sammy and KO in a handicap.
Yeah, he beat him in a handicap match at the Rumble in a handicap match.
That shit is crazy.
And then people were like, good shit.
And then he won the 6-pack challenge.
Yeah, it was Cena, Corbin, Ziggler.
I don't think he was in Elimination Chamber that year.
No,
it was Fastlane.
Fastlane, yeah. So he won the 6-pack challenge. Then he beat Shinsuke at Mania, and then he beat Shinsuke 3 times after that. And then he beat Samoa Joe 4 times in a row.
Yo, I'm not lying. We might need to start looking at that title reign. Like,
we just get the last man standing. Made Samoa Joe
so after Mania, they had a rematch at Backlash, only for it to end in a fucking
the double low blow.
DQ. Yeah, because
both of them got.
It was a no DQ match though. That's like what the.
It was a no DQ match?
I remember it was a no DQ match.
What?
The no DQ match came because they
That's a video idea for you.
No, the no DQ match
there's
came.
no way that was no DQ match.
No, the no DQ match
was no DQ
because they kicked each other in the dick.
Oh,
that's why it came.
But he said that was a no DQ match. No,
because they had a DQ at Greatest Royal Rumble, so they made it a no DQ match at Backlash.
Nah, I gotta see that.
Wasn't the Greatest Royal Rumble the double?
I gotta see that.
The double kick in the dick though.
No, that was Backlash. The double kick was Backlash. Backlash 2018 is that bad, bro. Backlash 2018 is that fucking bad.
Wow. End it in a draw. It says end it in a draw.
Because they both kicked each other.
If I remember, it was because they kicked each other. Yeah, it was a no DQ match.
No DQ. Yeah.
So they had a DQ with the Greatest Royal Rumble. And no DQ.
And then the draw.
We should have saw that shit coming in Hell in a Cell both years. Because they just threw
Backlash 2018, right? Was that Backlash?
Yeah, that's one of the worst shows ever.
Yeah, literally bottom 10.
I'm looking at right now. Yeah, no, it says ended in a draw. In a draw.
Yeah, because they kicked each other right in the dick. Yeah. You don't remember that?
Oh no,
I remember that, but I don't remember it being a no DQ though.
Yeah, I was about to say I remember the double kick.
If I remember, they both were holding chairs up, and then they just went think right in the dick.
Hey, bro, that match was starting to cook
because
too.
That's literally what's it called? That's literally the whole. That was the
That's
whole.
That's what led to the last man standing match at Money in the Bank.
Hey, speaking of which, you know what
that was also really good.
You know
bro, hold on. Look at this show though. This show had so Seth and the Miz opened the show. That was great. Great.
That was fire. That was awesome.
Yeah, A1.
Oh my god, everything at Nia Jax, Alexa Bliss, Raw Women's Championship, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, U.S. title, Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass singles match.
I remember that because Big Cass was just on his own and he got
Carmella versus Charlotte Flair.
No,
SmackDown. Carmella as the champion, right? Yup.
Defeated Charlotte Flair.
Yup.
AJ Styles, Shinsuke. Oh my gosh.
It ended in a draw because the referee counted to 10 when they were both on the ground. They couldn't.
Oh my gosh. Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman defeated Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and the main event was Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe. Beat
the traffic.
That's when he beat Samoa Joe the first time.
Bro, imagine, that could have worked if Roman had just won at WrestleMania. Had Roman just won at WrestleMania, it would have been just fine.
Isn't that when everybody left the show?
They were chanting "Beat the Traffic." Yep.
Oh my god, bro!
That's when they were telling the
Literally, if
story
that was
of
a Universal
LeBron.
title match,
Roman
it
and Joe main evented with no title, by the way.
It should have been a title match, bro.
Don't even get me started,
Bro, that double
but-
blow gets me every time, dog.
You didn't for the title though.
Hey, nah, but you remember after that when they were building to the last man standing match, which I don't think gets talked about enough. Y'all remember that whole build? The whole build to the last man standing
Just
match
kicking
was
each other in the dick.
no. They were sitting at like a contract
that
signing.
segment. Yeah.
AJ Styles is like, "Oh, you're not gonna say nothing," and he stands up. And Shinsuke looks. He's like, and he gets up and he's like, "Last man standing." Well, I was like, "Bro, if y'all don't shut the fuck up."
Oh, it's
Y'all don't
because-
shut the fuck up.
I remember it's
like,
because
oh my
Shinsuke
God.
beat AJ in a match on SmackDown to determine the stipulation. Yeah.
Yeah, and so he just
that's
gets
how they
up.
get that
He
segment.
literally was the last man to stand up. I was like, "Oh, you fucking bitches, y'all are trolling. You guys are trolling us. I can't stand you because y'all know we don't want to see this. Y'all know."
At least the match was fire.
great.
At least
That
it
was
was
great.
fire. At least
It
Yeah,
was
that
the
was a really
only
good-
good
that was a
one,
good
though.
match.
It was
Yeah,
the
it was
only
the
good
only
one.
good
It was the
one.
only good one.
Unfortunately.
That's why I was like, "You guys are trolling us because don't nobody want to watch these."
Bro,
shit,
I thought
bro.
Shinsuke was winning. Then AJ was like, "Nah, fuck this. I gotta put him away." And he did the phenomenal forearm through the
forearm.
table. I was like, "Yeah, he's good."
Like, that's it.
I say he's done, bro. Pack
Yeah,
it up,
that's
bro.
how. But it is the same thing with Samoa Joe because their last match was in Australia, and I'm like, okay, Samoa Joe get the win here. That's a great win, and then he tapped out. I was like, he's good. He tapped.
And then they had him running back at Crown
he
Jewel.
tapped
bro.
out though. I was like, nah, it's
Said
great.
tap
But
is
remember,
done,
the reason why they ran it back at Crown Jewel is because somebody else wasn't available to fight.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah,
they ran it back.
Brian said he's not going to Saudi
Yeah, and so I was like, "Oh, okay."
because that was the original match.
Oh no,
bro.
Crown Jewel
That match
when
was
he tapped out then.
that match was so short though. Like
It was 9 minutes.
AJ did his comeback, and that was it. That was it.
9 minutes.
That was it.
Nah, but I'll never, bruh. I'm not gonna lie, and this is why I hate myself so much because I actually believed. Because Samoa Joe came out, he was like, "Ooh, Wendy." I was like, "Oh, they might pull the trigger." This
They
nigga
should
hot.
have. They should have.
Got
They
pinned.
should
I was like,
Hell in a Cell was
No,
right
that
there,
was-
bro.
no. The first
That
one
wasn't
was
even the
DQ.
worst part of the
First
show.
one, the
Yeah, he
first
beat him
match
at Hell in a
was
Cell.
I actually like the DQ. I like the DQ.
No, I hated it because I knew he wasn't winning after that. I was like, "Oh my god, you could have easily given him the win. You could have easily given him
You
the
talking
win."
about
Yeah, but they were
SummerSlam?
building the story a little bit.
Nah,
They were
no,
building the story.
SummerSlam?
Whenever the first
I don't
match
think
was
the DQ
when
was.
That was at
bad.
SummerSlam. That was SummerSlam.
No,
I'd like the
because,
DQ.
because I remember he was like, "Oh, he said something to Wendy,
He
like
said,
because she was there." And I was like,
Daddy's coming home tonight.
Damn,
or
he
something.
beat Samoa Joe at Crown Jewel too. That's
Yeah, he
crazy.
did.
"Yeah,
Yeah,
But
he
that
did.
wasn't even, bro. Malik,
All
that wasn't
straight
that wasn't even the
times.
worst thing at Crown Jewel. The worst thing that happened at Crown Jewel was Brock
The whole
and
show.
Braun Strowman, and this nigga Baron Corbin smacking Braun with the
That
Universal
was
title,
when Braun was
then
cooked.
telling
I
the ref
gave
to
up.
ring the bell. I was like, bro, what are we?
I don't know. I don't
That's
know. I
when I
don't know.
gave up.
I don't know.
And it was
what's
just
wor-
one F5 and it was over, right?"
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
Because
it
he
was a bunch of
smacked him
F5s.
with the
It
belt.
was a
Yeah.
bunch of F5s.
No, he hit him with 5 F5s in a row, like multiple times. Because that's when he threw him out of the ring.
He F5'd him out the ring.
Bro, yeah.
Bro,
I don't know. I
Braun
don't.
was
I don't know.
cooked.
What's, I'm looking at this Crown Jewel show. I don't know what's worse. The fact that they had this all happened on the same show. Can't make this up. The fact they had Samoa
right.
Joe lose to AJ Styles 4 times in a row,
Damn.
or Braun Strowman getting destroyed by Lesnar, or Shane McMahon winning the Best in the World Cup,
Yup, because Miz got
or
hurt.
DX versus Brothers of Destruction.
So wait,
Oh
was it Shane
my.
McMahon?
That happened on that show too.
That
same
all
show.
one show, bro.
Hey Malik, that's your
my
video right there for the night.
It's gotta
That's
be the
your
one of the worst
video
shows
right
There you go.
there.
There you go.
Malik, that's your video idea right there. How bad that show was.
Bro.
Crown Jewel 2018 was an abomination.
Bro.
Wait, can can I
I was
ask
watching
how,
this
how
in
long,
school, too.
Can I
I was-
ask
I
how
was in
long Braun
class.
Strowman and Brock was?
Like 5 minutes.
Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar,
How long was it?
1 minute and 15 seconds.
Bro, it was shorter than that.
Bro, I could have swore that was the one where he only hit one F5.
No, that was
Like,
No, that was no mercy. That was no
mercy.
mercy.
Oh, okay. But nah, bro, bro.
1 minute, 15
It was like 5
seconds,
F5s
bro.
in
Boy, hit him.
Bro, and then
Bro,
also
I was
too,
mad when Corbin smacked him in the face.
DX
with the
versus Brothers
Universal
of
title,
Destruction,
bro.
27 minutes.
It's because
45
Roman
seconds.
relinquished the belt. Oh my
Jesus.
god, bro.
27 minutes, 45
But still, you
seconds.
should, bro. Braun Strowman cut the best promo of his life just for him to lose.
Oh yeah, was that the same night when
That was the same night
announced-
Roman announced he had leukemia, and he told Brock that he's gonna whip his ass and all that.
and he turned back face. Yeah,
1
it was
minute
the
and
perfect
15
opportunity
seconds
to
is
fix Braun Strowman right there.
crazy.
It was the perfect opportunity.
And then you know what's crazy about that is if they threw the belt on Braun Strowman, they already had a feud set up because if you remember at the end of the promo, Drew McIntyre claymore Braun Strowman right after.
Yep.
So you could have easily ran Braun Strowman versus Drew McIntyre for the Universal title. Like, oh my god, the potential, bro.
2018
them
Raw is the worst period
motherfuckers
for
in
Raw
Hell in a
ever.
Cell.
I swear
This
to
is
God.
the whole crown jewel match. So pre-show.
That's my next video.
That was
Fuck
pre-show.
it.
So
Fuck
Shinsuke
it.
defeated
That's my
Rusev
next
in
video,
pre-show.
bro. 'Cause what the fuck?
Opening match was Randy Orton versus Rey Mysterio. Randy Orton lost 5 minutes 30 seconds.
What?
Oh, the World Cup tournament.
World Cup tournament. The
And
Miz.
you have Randy lose to Ray?
This is the rest. This is the rest of the card. The Miz defeated Jeff Hardy. 7 minutes 5 seconds. Seth Rollins defeated Bobby Lashley. 5 minutes 30 seconds.
Wow.
Dolph Ziggler beat Drew McIntyre. Sorry. Dolph Ziggler defeated Kurt Angle. World Cup tournament. 8 minutes 10 seconds.
That don't count.
Tag team match was The Bar versus The New Day. 10 minutes 30 seconds.
Why wasn't that longer?
The Miz defeated Rey Mysterio. 11 minutes 15 minutes.
The Miz and Rey Mysterio got 15, but Randy Ray got 5. I can't stand these.
So you mean to tell me Miz got his payback in a tournament setting? Crazy word.
AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. Singles match for the WWE title. 11 minutes 15 seconds.
That shit was short, G. I told you that shit was short as a bitch.
Egregious.
Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman. 1 minute 15 seconds for the vacant Universal
egregious.
title.
Bring back stoning, bro.
Shane McMahon defeated Dolph Ziggler. 2 minutes 30 seconds. World Cup tournament.
Wait, wasn't Shane supposed to book himself to challenge for the WWE title?
I don't know about that.
Wasn't
At
that
one
the whole
point.
reason?
With
At
Kofi.
one point?
Yeah,
With
when Kofi was
Kofi.
champ. No, when Kofi was champion, the rumor was Shane and Kofi. Potentially.
Get the fuck out of here.
And then the
man.
main event was
I remember
DX
that, and I was
versus
sick.
Brothers of Destruction. 27 minutes 45
Hey
seconds.
Malik, that's your video right there for TikTok. That's your video.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
That's your video.
I'm not gonna lie, I might
27
make a video
minutes.
about that too, because that's fucking.
I'm making a video on
Boy,
2018
that
2018
card,
to
bro, that
2019.
card is
I'm doing
crazy.
it. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Crown
When
Jewel,
was
you
the
came
moment?
a long way.
When would we name as the moment? Like, because obviously you got to leave from 2017, which I felt was a
Like
pretty
the
good
moment,
year.
like you realized the product
2018 was bad. Like, when did it start getting bad?
Where you realized the product was
Lashley
good?
sisters around there, around that point when it was
Oh my
Lashley
God.
sisters.
Max Caster, baby.
Oh my
Let's
God.
go.
That was the point where I was like-
it got bad for me. It was early in the year, bro. That was probably Elimination Chamber for me. When Roman Reigns won that Chamber match, bro.
Oh
that pissed me off, bro.
yeah.
When
'Cause
I had Braun
then they
Strowman
started to
eliminate
push that
everybody in
story.
the match, only for
Yep.
Roman Reigns.
Oh,
to beat
yeah.
They started to make.
It was.
They tried to make
But
Roman
no,
the sympathetic guy.
I mean,
suspended
because
him, all
we
that
all
shit.
knew
they started
Roman
off
was
good.
gonna
Rumble
win
was
that,
great.
though.
2018 Royal Rumble was great. Great.
Yeah.
Men's and women's. Triple threat with Kane, Strowman too. That was cool too. I like that, dude. That was cool.
Mhm.
Elimination Chamber though, man. Elimination Chamber's when it got bad, bro. Because
To me-
WrestleMania wasn't that great either.
To me, it was Jinder and Jinder versus Shinsuke. That's when I realized, and they didn't have Shinsuke beat Jinder. That's when I was like, shit.
Remember that 6-pack challenge where
Don't get
Jinder
me
won
started.
and it was supposed to be Sammy? Oh my God, that pissed me off. It was
That was
supposed to be
20
Sammy.
Oh, that
year.
was on the build the backlash. Yeah, before
Yeah, that was
Jinder won.
that was
2017.
supposed to be
2017.
Sammy.
That was
That was
2017.
supposed.
So this is Crown Jewel 2019. Let me see which one's worse.
Oh my God.
So they had
You know, that's an example of Vince changing shit last minute because in the interview Jinder did with Chris Van Vliet, he said like,
hold on, wait a minute.
they pulled him in an hour before the match happened. He's like, "You're going over." Jinder's like, "Huh?"
He didn't even know he was winning the belt until he
He was
got to
supposed
the
to
Until
building.
the day of.
He
Yeah,
didn't
bro.
know he was winning the belt till he got there.
Bro, I'm telling you, all of this was supposed to be Sammy, bro. This was supposed to be Sammy.
Bro,
What's
what?
crazy is Vince only
wait,
told him to
okay,
work
so
home.
this actually I don't remember this. Okay, so this is Crown Jewel 2019. The pre-show was a battle royal, 20-man battle royal. Winner got to face AJ Styles for the U.S. title. Who won that
U.S. title? Who won?
Humberto Carrillo, bro.
You know what? I
yeah,
remember
they were
that.
trying to make
Because they
Humberto
were
a
trying
thing.
to push this nigga.
Yeah, they
They
were
was
trying to make him a
Humberto
thing.
in
He's
the
I
getting
don't
no
remember
reaction.
that. I don't remember that
was
shit.
AJ
Was the match
Styles with
fire
the
at
OC
least?
at the time? Was AJ
Yeah.
Styles with the OC at the time?
Was the match fire at least?
Yeah,
Because
he
Humberto
was.
got that bag. So
No,
was
hey,
it
no,
fire?
I'm not lying. Humberto was getting
No, this was the rest of the show. Opening
He
match.
was getting
Brock
no
Lesnar.
reaction though.
Crown Jewel 2019.
That's fine,
Opening
but the match fire.
Opening match. Brock Lesnar, Cain Velasquez, 2 minutes, 10 seconds.
Oh.
You said Brock versus Kane was huh?
Opening match.
minutes.
Opening match. Opening
Two-
match.
And that shit was so ass.
Did he
bro.
tap out to a Kimura?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god.
That's
This was tag
as
team
fuck.
turmoil, which is 32 minutes long. The OC won the match by defeating the Viking Raiders in the end. I don't know any other team that was in there. Mansoor defeated Cesaro. 12 minutes 45
That's
seconds.
when they were pushing Mansoor with the Saudi Arabia shit. Yeah.
Tyson Fury and Braun Strowman double count out. 8 minutes 5 seconds.
Wait, who?
Tyson Fury gang.
Oh
The
yeah,
boxer,
yeah.
the boxer, Tyson Fury.
You remember when Tyson Fury was on the show, bro?
You forgot about that?
12 minutes.
In fact, didn't
8 minutes.
him and
double
Braun had
counter.
like a big ass brawl on Raw, right? Some shit
Yeah,
like
they
that.
did.
Yeah.
AJ Styles defeated Humberto. 12 minutes 35 seconds. US title. That match
I have a feeling that match was fire. I gotta go watch
It was.
First
Her
ever
matches
women's
on Raw were fire too.
First ever women's Saudi match. Natalia defeated Lacey Evans.
Oh shit! No.
Wait.
It's worth
The
It's
first women's Saudis match. You didn't put Charlotte on there. You ain't put Becky on
You
there.
had
You ain't
all
put...
the options. They said, nah,
And then
Nadia
showed
Lacey Evans.
Natalia versus Lacey Evans. Oh, I'm sick.
You sick,
Team
man.
Hogan versus Team Flair.
They did
Oh,
do
yeah,
that.
Oh my god.
Ricochet
Team
suit
Hogan-
had me crying.
Team
bro.
Hogan, when this was 19 minutes 55 seconds, Team Hogan had Rusev, Ricochet, Shorty G, Mustafa Ali, and Roman Reigns.
Oh my god!
They
Roman
defeated.
What a
Reigns was in
team!
that?
What a team! What
Yeah,
a
They
Roman was in
defeated Randy Orton, Baron Corbin, Bobby Lashley, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Drew McIntyre.
How the
Hey,
fuck
that tag
did
match
Team
actually
Hogan
wasn't too
win?
bad. It wasn't
Because
bad.
Roman
They
Reigns.
had Roman
Wasn't
Reigns.
bad.
Because Roman Reigns.
That tag match was not bad.
Was he
Niggas had
the sole
Randy
No, it was just a
Orton,
regular
Bobby
match.
Lashley, Baron
Like, not
Corbin.
It was a 10
10
man. It was a 10 man set, but he got the pin though. He got the pin.
Over
Yeah.
who?
I think it was Bobby Lashley, if I'm not mistaken.
Of
Makes
course it
sense.
was.
Makes
Of
sense.
course it was.
And then the main event, Falls
Team
Count
Hogan.
Anywhere match. The Fiend defeats Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship.
Because that was right after Hell in a Cell 2019.
I'm drawing a blank on that too. I don't remember.
I remember the finish because
Yeah,
it was
the
so
finish was
anticlimactic. It was like,
You didn't like
dang.
it?
No, because they had messed it up before. Bro,
Well,
I'm
yeah,
not
that
lying.
was idiotic.
That's what messed it up for me. I was like,
Oh, okay.
the whole time I saw that, I was like, I mean, I'm
This
glad
should've
he
been
won,
Hell in a
but
Cell.
like,
Bro, Crown Jewel, you have come a
one,
long
this
way,
feud
my
should have
brothers.
never happened in the first place.
Because the first
But
Crown
I
Jewel
would-
back was pretty good. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
and then Crown Jewel 2021. This was the first Crown Jewel back
Love that one.
because they didn't have one during 2020.
You've come a long way, my brothers. You've come a long way.
So Crown Jewel 2021 was one of the best shows they did that year. It was a great show.
Was that the Seth and Edge in Hell in a Cell?
Opening,
Yes,
so the
sir.
pre-show match was the Usos versus the Hurt Business, Cedric and Shelton Benjamin.
They still did.
That was 10 minutes, 40 seconds.
They still
God
did
damn
pre-shows. Crazy work.
Opening match was Edge, Seth Rollins, Hell in a Cell match, 27
Great.
minutes, 40 seconds. Great match.
Okay.
Next match was Mansoor versus Mustafa Ali. That was 10 minutes. All right.
Nice.
RK Bro versus AJ and Omos. That was 8 minutes, 40 seconds.
Bro, they didn't let Randy ride the fucking camel, bro.
Oh,
It
yeah.
Because it didn't fit his character, man. Fuck you.
Queen of the Ring finals was Selena Vega versus
God.
Doudrop, 5 minutes.
Dewdrop. Oh, I remember that name.
Because Eva Marie gave her that name. That shit pissed me
She
off.
said, I'm going to call you
The next match was Goldberg versus Bobby Lashley, no holds barred, false count anywhere. That was actually a pretty good match. 11 minutes,
Yeah.
25 seconds. Xavier Woods, Finn Balor, King of the Ring
Remember-
tournament, 9
Remember
minutes.
when we
40
thought
seconds. Xavier
Goldberg was
Woods
beating
won.
Lashley that night for the title, and it turned out Lashley lost it way before?
Big E versus Drew McIntyre singles match for the WWE Championship. That was pretty good. 13 minutes, 25 seconds.
Solidified Big E for a little bit.
The triple threat women's match was pretty good. Becky
For a
Lynch,
little
Bianca
bit.
Belair, and Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's title. 19
Oh,
minutes.
Oh, I do
Cooked.
remember that. I do
Becky
remember
won that,
Cooked.
right? Becky won
Yeah,
that.
Becky,
right?
Becky
Yeah.
won that because it was setting up for Bianca. Becky.
Bianca.
And then the main event was Roman versus Brock. 12 minutes, 20 seconds. This is when
That match wasn't too bad when I watched. It wasn't bad.
this is
Yeah,
when
they were
Paul
starting to
Heyman-
cook. And then
This is when Paul Heyman threw the belt in the ring, and both guys were tugging over the belts. Like
Yeah,
this is
that
when he
was-
had to choose who he wanted to be with.
Roman did his dive too out on the outside.
Yeah,
the match
yeah.
was alright. It was alright.
I need that
Hey,
dive
you know-
again.
hey,
bro,
you know what?
'cause he
You know
needs
what's-
flight.
You know what spot from Brock and Roman I will never ever forgive? Like never in my life.
You
ever
said
forgive.
spot?
Yeah, the spot.
What spot?
Because it pissed me the fuck off. When he jumped when he speared Brock Lesnar to the cage and his feet clearly
Oh my!
hit the
Yo,
ground
I was
first.
watching Malik's video, bro. The one he
Oh
posted
my
yesterday.
God, bro.
Oh
You
my
talking about
God,
greatest
when I
Royal
remembered
Rumble
that
game?
steel cage match, that was the moment. That was the moment I started to realize, okay, WWE sucks. That was the moment I started to realize main roster's bad.
Bro,
That was the moment.
Sheamus
That was the
won the WWE title off of Cena off an accident falling through a table. You mean to tell me you couldn't give Roman
That match was
much?
really an accident? That was
That's
what
what- that-
happened?
That's what everybody tells me. I didn't
And the
think it
next
was.
night,
Everybody told me
on
that
Raw.
when Sheamus and Cena, they were both supposed to fall through the table at the same time. Sheamus missed and Cena went through the table, so they gave Sheamus the title. They were both supposed to fall.
I didn't know that part. I didn't.
That's what everybody else has told me.
I thought it was.
I never heard him about that.
You know, for that time frame, if that was true, Sheamus did deserve the title. So
yeah, he should have won it. Yeah.
Should have won it any fucking way.
Bro,
his feet clearly hit the ground.
The announcer said, "Oh my gosh, Roman Reigns hit the floor first."
Well, Brock Lesnar's body hit first, but his feet didn't touch first. That's why they.
I hated that lame ass shit.
No, did like how the fuck?
Wait, the thing is,
they're bending the rules.
But his body didn't even hit the floor first. He landed on the cage, not on the floor.
He's on the cage still, and then Roman's feet are.
But his body hit the ground when he hit the floor. That was their logic.
He was on top of the cage.
He was on the cage, but his body still hit the ground though. Like his body hit the ground first. The impact.
I'm not trying to hear that shit.
No,
that was their logic. Lesnar won because.
And then the next night on Raw, they're pretending like Roman's just unjustified and being upset. Like what?
You know who they put him in the feud with right after that?
Jinder Mahal.
Jinder Mahal.
Jinder motherfucking Mahal.
Jinder Mahal. And you know what? Roman Reigns was so hated, he couldn't even get cheered over Jinder Mahal.
Bro, that Money in the Bank. Bro, that Money in the Bank.
They booed that match out of the building.
That match. Read the card off for that Money in the Bank.
And that match, honestly, I didn't even hate that match. I didn't think that match was terrible. But
they were just booing out of the building.
It's the fact that they literally couldn't get Roman Reigns cheered over Jinder Mahal, bro. That's what. If they didn't tell you his babyface run was cooked, I don't know. I don't tell you WWE.
I remember SummerSlam 2021. Look at that card.
You hate that show.
Wait, 2021, is that the year Brock came back?
Yeah. We had bro, one of the women's singles matches was Eva Marie versus Alexa Bliss, bro, on SummerSlam.
So this is 2018 Money in the Bank.
Actually, I'll say that off the air. Let me not say that.
It's 2018 Money in the Bank. Pre-show was Bludgeon Brothers defeating Luke Harper and Carl Anderson. 7 minutes.
Wait, who?
Wait, what? Wait, is it Luke
Harper?
I remember that.
I'm sorry, Luke Gallows.
Oh, okay.
I was like, wait, what?
What did he say?
The opening match of the show was Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass, 16 minutes, 20 seconds.
16?
Bobby Lashley defeated Sami Zayn, 6 minutes, 35 seconds. That's when Sami Zayn got hurt. Seth Rollins defeated Elias, which was a really good match.
That was a great match.
Title.
Yeah. That match.
17 minutes.
I feel like Elias should have won.
I agree.
Yeah, Elias should have won. No. Real quick.
Because then we lose the Ziggler Rollins feud.
No.
You got that on accident.
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't care. That shit was A1.
Continue, Malik. Mo, I'm not gonna lie. That walk with Elias shit. Look, this gonna sound nasty, and I'm probably gonna clip it. This gonna sound nasty, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Elias walked so LA Knight could run. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you.
Wow.
That walk with Elias shit, bro, was one. No, I'm not gonna lie. That walk with Elias shit, bro, was so peak.
The boo in Seattle was legendary.
That was great, bro.
But even then, even after that, before that, bro, that shit was amazing. I'm not gonna lie. He definitely because let's be real, even though LA Knight has gotten better, the beginning part of LA Knight, great on the mic, and then his matches were it was cool, nothing crazy. He's gotten better. They're definitely a lot more interesting now. But before it was kind of like, whatever. That's kind of what LA Knight was. And LA Knight peak popularity was around that time.
Elias had Reigns too. He had Reigns.
Bro,
Elias should have won the IC title, but not that.
Elias, bro.
No, he should have won there.
Bro, Elias literally.
I don't know if they should have won there. I'll say they should have run it back. They should have kept their feud though. Like they should have had a feud afterwards.
He smacked his face on the pole, and then on the run was too good. And then the elbow drop, and then Seth kicked out. I was like,
come on, bro. Like, get this nigga the title.
Could have at least run it back on Raw. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, he didn't even have to hold it for long. He could have held it for a month. They have a pay-per-view every time. But he should have won the title, bro. That
he should have won it eventually, but not then.
No. He should have won it there. He should have won it there because he was at his peak. He was never going. Because look at him. He didn't recover from that.
So was Seth in ring. Seth was cooking in 2018.
And Seth Rollins could have lived with a 1 month loss and then got it back. Got it back
because he did get it back.
The women's Money in the Bank was Alexa Bliss, the winner, versus Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Ember Moon, Lana, Naomi, Natalia, and Sasha Banks.
That's really not a bad.
That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
It was a solid.
Roman Reigns defeated Jinder Mahal. 15 minutes, 45 seconds.
15 minutes.
Yeah, Carmella defeated Asuka again. 11 minutes.
Carmella defeated Asuka. G.
Bro, I don't think y'all realize Carmella's run as women's champion is low-key underrated because she was packing up everybody. I'm not saying I'm not saying she was cooking. I'm saying if you look at the people she beat, she got a lineup, bro. She got a lineup. She was cooking.
She shouldn't have
everybody.
been beating those people though.
Duh, but she still did. I don't think Roman Reigns should have beat Bobby Lashley to be the number one contender after he lost to Bobby Lashley at Extreme Rules.
The night before.
He still did. Right? I don't think
we got next match was AJ versus Shinsuke, last man standing. That was 31 minutes, 15 seconds.
Fire. That match was fire.
This honestly probably was my favorite match on the show because it cooked so good. I didn't think it was gonna be good. Ronda Rousey versus Nia Jax, Raw Women's Championship.
That was really
good. Is that when Alexa Bliss cashed in on?
And Alexa Bliss cashed in. And then the main event was Braun Strowman versus Bobby Roode, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Kofi Kingston, Rusev, Samoa Joe, and The Miz for the Money in the Bank.
I'm not gonna lie, that's an elite
Braun Strowman won that one, right?
Yeah, that's an elite one.
That's pretty good.
Elite.
Yeah, that Money in the Bank show was not too bad once you read it.
Yeah, it was a solid show.
It was all right.
In that time frame, it was great.
Yeah, compared to
what it was better than everything. I'm gonna say compared to everything else we didn't see.
It was great.
It's even Extreme Rules the next month.
He said somebody said SummerSlam 2021. Okay, let me go back and look at this. Opening match was Big E, Baron Corbin, Bum Corbin, 6 minutes 35 seconds.
Wow.
The opening match of the show was RK Bro defeated AJ Styles and Omos again. 7 minutes 5 seconds.
Omos carried.
Alexa Bliss versus Eva Marie, 3 minutes.
Yeah, Alexa Bliss and Eva Marie.
Damian Priest defeated Sheamus for the U.S. title.
That was good. They had really good matches.
13 minutes 50 seconds. Usos defeated the Mysterios, 10 minutes 50 seconds. Becky Lynch squashed Bianca Belair, 26 seconds.
Yeah, she was ass.
Drew McIntyre defeated Jinder Mahal, 4 minutes 40 seconds. Charlotte Flair defeated Nikki ASAH and Rhea Ripley, 13 minutes 5 seconds.
So dumb.
Rhea Ripley was in that match?
Yeah.
I don't remember that match at all, bro.
Edge defeated Seth Rollins, 21 minutes, 15 seconds.
Great match.
That's a pretty good match.
The entrance was great.
Goldberg and Bobby Lashley. Technical knockout is what it says by Bobby Lashley beating Goldberg, 7 minutes.
Oh, that's where we got Mr. Fuck Them Kids Lashley.
Hey, did they ever have a match?
Put Gage in that.
Like, look
Crown Jewel. Goldberg won.
And then, he speared Lashley off the stage.
That was a really good match. I like that one.
That was a pretty good match, though. And then the main event was Roman Reigns defeating John Cena, 22 minutes, 59 seconds.
I ain't gonna lie. That
entire
entire match was mid, but the sequence where Cena AA'd fucking Roman and then AA'd him through the table and then off the top, that shit was fun. That shit was clean.
I did like that it was a play. Man. I did like that it was a play on their No Mercy match that was so atrocious.
It's pretty much a repetitive match, bro.
What's wrong with the No Mercy match?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. The problem with it, not only was the crowd like, it was, you know how Roman Reigns matches was, but like realistically, Cena was still, he wasn't like top tier. I run the company Cena, but he was still up there.
He was still the face.
He was still Timothy, right? My nigga. A super AA after already getting hit with 2 before and you kick out?
Still kicks out one spear.
It's the same thing with SummerSlam. The same thing happened.
Yeah, it was pretty much the same match. Yeah.
But the SummerSlam match, Cena had already been removed for a while. It wasn't the same. So that is a little more understandable. No. Cena had just, because correct me if I'm wrong, what year did the No Mercy match happen?
2017.
So this is after he'd been a WWE champion. After he beat AJ Styles. So clearly, Cena still had a capability.
Do you know what makes the SummerSlam 2021 match so mid? Do you remember the build on how Cena got the title match? He stole Finn Balor's spot.
Oh yeah,
he stole Finn Balor's spot
because Roman said no originally. Yeah,
and then he crosses out Finn's name and writes his name, and then Adam Pearce was like, "Well, I got a signature here. I got your signature, so it's official." Like, what kind of shit?
Just do the match. Stop convoluting this shit.
Hey, I did like for a brief second. When Baron Corbin came in there to sign it, I did like that.
That was so funny. Roman's face was
do you remember
when
when we knew Finn was cooked when they announced Finn versus Roman and then immediately showed the graphic for Roman and Brock at Crown Jewel?
Oh yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah. Pissed me off. I was like, you bitches. Even though I knew Finn wasn't gonna win,
Like you might as well just not do this match.
You had
honestly, there was no point to the match.
You had 1% of hope. You had 1%.
And then you cooked Finn Balor after that. Like what the fuck?
Oh yeah, he was fried after.
I never believed. The only times I genuinely believed Roman was going to lose was when Drew McIntyre had the near fall. I somewhat thought Edge and Bryan, one of them might win, like slightly. I thought Bryan. I was like, man, they gonna
really.
Yeah, I was like, they gonna give this shit to this nigga again.
First person.
And then I found out. Well, I found out afterwards that he was out the company. I found out afterwards.
Yeah,
and I was like,
I knew that. Yeah.
I didn't know that before, so I was like,
Roman and Bryan really have some great matches together.
Bro, that would have been my Mania match if I had the
like Bryan is top 5 for Roman rivals because like their matches are so fucking good.
I agree on that.
They were like
go back to
when Edge hit that last spear,
Fastlane match in 2015, bro, that shit was
underrated. No, their Fastlane 2021 match is really good too.
Yeah, bro. When they did the concerto, when Edge hit the concerto on Jey Uso,
it was done.
I was like, okay, we might get somewhere. And then Roman just hit one on him, stacked him. I was like, oh.
When Edge hit that spear, though, I was like, oh wait, this is the moment. And then nope. Then here comes Bryan pulling him out.
No, that's one of the if we think about like jaw dropping moments, him pinning both of them at the same time is genuinely like a.
It's just the way how he.
I laughed so hard. I
was like, wow, he really stacked these.
Yeah, no, that was when we really realized like, oh, WWE is gonna make us pay attention to what he actually says because he said that shit in the promo. We probably like, oh, okay.
Oh, I was like, okay, yeah, you gonna beat them both, cool.
But he actually did it.
He actually did it. Yeah, he actually did it.
That was when I was like, yeah, this man's gonna be champ for a while.
Hey, you remember
at least a year.
Malik, you remember when Roman was showing everybody on Twitter saying he was going to do it to the Usos? Money in the Bank?
And he tried.
He tried! Oh, my God. Bro, I'm not going to lie. I was like, bro, if he would have pinned them, I would
just give him the belts.
I'm not going to lie. If he would have pinned them like that,
just give him all the belts.
The storyline.
That would have buried the Usos.
Hey, Roman and Solo was an insane tag team for that match, boy. They was cooking.
Bro,
they were a decent tag team.
And against Sammy and KO, they was cooking.
Yeah, that match was great
like,
too.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I was saying, I'm like, yo,
that Spear Samoa Spike combo,
bro, that shit was crazy, bro. It reminds me of when Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre first hit their zigzag Claymore combo.
That was such a good tag team, bro.
Bro, when they hit that shit the first time, because again, I wasn't really watching NXT like that. I was like, oh I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, okay, Drew McIntyre, let me find out. I'm thinking he still got the shock DDT and shit. Come out with that Claymore. I was like, whoa. I think that was around the time I barely started watching. Because I remember I had just started watching and he did an interview talk about, I'm going to get my title back. I'm just going to get hurt. Like on the pre-show shit of TakeOver. He was like, I'm going to come back for the title. Yeah, he was like, I'm going to come back for it. You know, I just got to get healed up. All that. He showed up on Raw. I was like, oh, okay. And then
they was ready for him to come up. I mean, his match against Bobby Roode wasn't that great that they had, but that Claymore he hit on Bobby Roode was sick though. That's one of the best things they ever did.
In hindsight, with how TakeOver Philadelphia ended, it would have been so catastrophic to insert Drew back into that picture. It was good he got called up because that story I don't know how you would have.
I can't look at that story now and reimagine it in any way.
Yeah, I'm glad they called him up after the pre-show.
Wait.
Because when he said that was when they were fully locked in with the Johnny Gargano story. So if he would have came back, and that was when they were building up Aleister Black too. So if he would have came back, he would have messed up a lot of things.
Yeah, he would have.
Sure.
But maybe they could have found ways because him and Aleister Black could have been interesting. I don't know. That'd have been interesting.
That would have been nasty. That would have been nasty.
Claymore versus the Black Mass, bro.
Him and Ciampa.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't care. That Black Mass finisher is still one of like.
First time I seen that, I was like, Aleister Black is
like
ready? That.
You ready for Malachi Black to go back to Triple H, bro? I know you ready.
Oh my God. You have no idea. Now I'm gonna be pissed. Let me look in this camera. If Malachi Black ever finds his way back to being Aleister Black in WWE, Triple H, if you treat him the way you've been treating Finn Balor, my nigga, I promise you we're gonna scrap. Because Finn Balor, I'm literally only holding on to hope right now. It's literally just hope. If Aleister Black doesn't come in here and immediately win that IC or US title with a black mask, bro, I'm gonna be pissed.
I don't know if he goes to the main roster. They
Immediately is crazy, but
bro, I'm not gonna lie. When he shows
up,
up, they should do vignettes and like let's just say like for the sake of instance, right? Let's say LA Knight. So like let's say Malachi Black could show up now, and LA Knight is still the champion. Aleister Black. If he was a free agent, he was coming back to WWE. I'm like, that's the guy who's beating LA Knight. Easy.
I see them putting him back in NXT just because they could use like main event guys right now, and he could.
No,
he's somebody that wants the championship off rip.
That's such a waste. If Andrade didn't go back to NXT,
no, because you got Ricky
Starks
available, bro. He'll be all right, bro.
Yeah. Hey, where is Ricky Starks? Send him to NXT.
He just showed up at GCW. So we got hope. There's hope.
Send him to NXT. Because I'm not gonna lie, when Ethan Page showed up, even though he better than Trick, that's not saying much. That's a low bar. When the bar already in hell, right? Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Let's keep it a buck. Trick as a champion is not good.
No, I agree.
And Ethan Page is slightly better because at least he's a heel. And like the way he won I was intrigued.
I was like, you know what I hate now in this era with both Triple H and Shawn is I do not like where they think every big title change has to happen at a big ass show. Like if we did fucking Oba versus Trick at Deadline and you had Oba beat fucking Trick at Deadline, I don't give a shit if it wasn't a Stand and Deliver. I'm just happy Oba's champ. Like that's what
I'm not gonna lie. I also hate the name Stand and Deliver.
Really?
Yeah,
it's mid.
Because honestly, for me,
really?
And I get they're not gonna bring back Takeover, but I hate the fact that Stand and Deliver is their WrestleMania. I hate it.
I still call it Takeover. Don't worry about it.
I do too, but like I hate that is their.
That's the WrestleMania name.
WrestleMania, yeah. Like
I the name though. Stand and Deliver is fine.
I just think it's corny. I think the only time I liked it was when Pretty Deadly were the host and they were doing that whole little gimmick with it. I fucked with Stand and Deliver there, and I was like, okay, can Pretty Deadly win a tag title, please? Can Pretty Deadly get some love?
Keep it on
not when Motor City Machine Guns is running around.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie.
Not when Motor City Machine Guns is running the show.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. If Pretty Deadly won in the Fatal 4-Way, because you know what Pretty Deadly reminds me of? They remind me of the Iconics. It's just way better in ring.
If they was on Raw, if they was on Raw, bro, then they would have a better chance of being tag champions right now.
Oh, for sure.
But
can we get the belts on the War Raiders?
Can we get the belt on anyone else?
Hey, what
one
if they
defense
don't
in
win?
150
Hey, real quick,
days.
what if they don't? Hey. I don't want to hear that because Rhea barely defended her title in the first.
We all taxed her too.
Nobody taxed her. They just said it was bad. Everybody still got Rhea as the top.
I tax her.
Yeah, what? That's a terrible reign.
That's
a terrible reign.
So
her reign didn't pick up the last 2.5 months.
So basically, you're saying that out of Rhea's 365, only 3 months were good.
Yes.
Yeah,
so why y'all want her to win the title back so bad?
Because Liv sucks.
I'm tired of Liv.
Liv sucks? Nah, y'all.
I'm dead serious. She fucking bores me.
I called her Dak Prescott. Don't get me wrong. I know what it is.
Yeah, you can't say that.
But this Liv, because she's finally doing what I've been said she needs to do.
Liv is doing great things, but her title reign's not better than Rhea's, if we're being honest.
I agree, but at least what's it called? Because let's
just give it to EO.
Everything I want.
Her title reign wasn't better either.
For me,
I'm gonna say, bro, thank you. I was like, EO's might have the worst one.
For me, when it comes to
it doesn't matter who wins it at this stage.
For me, when it comes to the championship, the entire shit has to be about the championship. You can be in good stories and still be an ass champion. That was Rhea's whole shit. She was in entertaining stories. She was in prominent roles, but as a champion, shit was ass. That's my thing with Liv. You're in a prominent role, which is good. You're doing great work, but as a champion, you ain't really been moving the needle as much as Rhea was.
Like, I mean, that's fine because Rhea's a bigger star, but you don't think, at least as of late, you don't think after pretty much we got past the whole I took Dom and stuff. I think Liv has actually been focusing on the title now. All of her. I feel like at this point, her feud with Rhea, it's mainly about the title now. When she was feuding with Nia Jax, it was about titles. She's even trying to win them tag titles now. So she's about championships now. Like
which is good. How long did it take for us to get here though?
Hey.
She looks weak every single week.
Hey, shorter than it did to get to bro.
You got a point.
Shorter than it did to get to Rhea. But I feel
you're right.
And you said she looks weak, Mo. She's a sneaky.
Yeah, I don't care about her being weak.
That part's fine. But when it's 4-on-1 and you running, all right, bro.
Bro, that's what heels do.
It's
that's what this type of heels do.
She's
bro.
no different than Edge.
One-on-one is fine. I get her running from Rhea.
That's what the heel. Bro, that's what the heel is gonna do. The one that's gonna be sneaky and get away. She's gonna throw everybody else in front of the good guy. The good guy's gonna fight him off, and then she's gonna run. That's literally what every heel does. Everybody can't be a Adam Cole type heel where I'm gonna just fuck you up regardless. Everybody can't be a Gunther type heel where I'm just dominant. Everybody can't be Roman Reigns. And even then, Roman was running sometimes when he didn't have the numbers. Once the numbers got packed up, that nigga ran too.
Now I'm cool with how she's been booked in matches. I mean, it's how I want her to be booked. Ultimate opportunist, bro. Take any easy way out you can, and it's perfect for her. Because the discourse we've all had about Liv, with the fucking IWC, was she's not believable to look dominant, like beat people straight up. So find a way where it looks believable, and this is the most believable they've had Liv.
And the problem was, to piggyback off of that, they were having her do this ultimate opportunist as a babyface.
Yeah.
Like if she was a heel and Ronda Rousey tapped her out and she still won, would have been perfectly fine.
That would have been
great.
Christian McCaffrey, I hate you. Christian McCaffrey, I fucking hate you. What the fuck?
Yeah, why are you betting on that man? He just came off.
Yeah, I mean, the women's title reigns aren't really as good as they should be. I mean, I feel like they're gonna give it back to Rhea just because she's the biggest star. I don't think Liv is holding the title. Past. She'll probably go to WrestleMania with it now because of the injury, but I still feel like she's losing it to Rhea Ripley eventually.
I hit a lay. Never mind. I hit a lay. They voided Brian Robinson. Christian McCaffrey hit for me.
You had the under on Christian?
I had the over on receiving yards.
Yo, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, you guys are terrorists. Anyways.
Look, DK Metcalf, Kareem Hunt didn't hit, but I hit on CMC and Brian Robinson, though.
And all of a sudden, Pascal Siakam won a hoop. I hate it here.
I made a $5 profit today. I am all right.
Pascal Siakam. What a legend.
I hate it crazy, man.
But nah,
terrible look.
So how do y'all feel? I want to ask you this too before we get off here. How do y'all feel about some people saying that they're not making Gunther look strong right now with the Damian Priest stuff?
Can I go?
I let the Gunther Glazer do it.
This is my man's. This is who I defend. This is what happens when a guy moves up the card. Obviously, Gunther's gonna look dominant and strong against guys like a Chad Gable, you know what I'm saying? Guys like a Tommaso Ciampa, you know what I'm saying? Guys like Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, guys like that. Because those are mid-carders. Gunther was a main event guy holding a mid-card guy. So 9 times out of 10, the main event guy is going to look way better than the mid-card guy. But this is what happens when you move somebody like Gunther up on the card to talent that is on his level. He's not going to look extremely dominant against guys like Drew McIntyre. He's not going to look extremely dominant against guys like CM Punk, like a Seth Rollins, or even a Roman Reigns, for example. It won't happen, but for example. So for people to expect Gunther to be the same guy he was as Intercontinental Champion, it's not right for you to think that, because he's facing much steeper competition. He's facing a whole completely different level that he hasn't touched within WWE. He's facing guys that have been there before. The guys in the mid-card scene are guys that are trying to make it there. He's facing guys that have been there and know what it takes.
I think it's also, too, I don't see any issue with Gunther showing a little vulnerability in his character, He doesn't have to look dominant against every single person. You know what I mean? Even Brock Lesnar showed vulnerability a little bit. Go back and look at the Samoa Joe feud when Samoa Joe was choking him out like every week damn near leading up to their match.
Roman his entire run looked vulnerable.
Champion's going to look vulnerable. And I think they're telling the story of maybe Gunther's confidence is a little shook after he lost to Cody, because he was confident that he was going to win that match, and then he lost. Now he didn't win that match. Gunther's kind of like, okay, maybe his confidence is a little shaken up, And he understands Damian Priest is a credible threat at challenging him and taking the world title from him, because without Finn Balor at SummerSlam, Damian Priest probably could have won that match at SummerSlam in Cleveland. You know what I mean? So this is just a different aspect of Gunther's character showing different layers, which is totally fine. Like, not everybody has to be presented a certain way just because we're known for them to be that way maybe throughout their majority of their career aspect. Like Gunther, he's just showing a little doubt right now, and nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Like, he understands Priest is a threat. He's not really discrediting himself as far as like he doesn't believe that he can't win. He still believes he can win, but he's showing some doubt that he hasn't shown before in the past, where he was overly confident because he was beating everybody. Well, now he's lost a big match to Cody Rhodes. You know what I mean? He also lost to Sami Zayn this year too. So those are two big matches that he lost that he felt that he should have won. And he made up for the Sami Zayn match because he ended up beating Sami Zayn. But the Cody match meant something to him, and he had to prove that he was the top guy. He didn't win that match. Now he's showing a little bit of just a little bit of like this doubt inside of his mind, like necessarily not knowing if he can really kind of get the job done. Because with Damian Priest, when he cut that promo, very good promo that he cut, but he made a lot of good points that I think stuck in Gunther's mind, where it's like, he understands that if Finn wasn't there, he could have lost, and you don't know if you can beat him. And I think those are all things Gunther is thinking, but he doesn't want to, admit it.
This entire title reign has been Gunther cleaning up any asterisk that people put on him. Like Sami Zayn was an asterisk. Like he beat Sami. Cody is eventually, I think they're going to rematch next year, personally. I think it really does go that long, if you ask me. But like Damian Priest is another asterisk on his title reign. Like Finn helped you, which I think is good because it's showing that Gunther is like, before anybody else gets a shot, I need to clean up some messes that people are putting on me. Because the whole point of Gunther's character hasn't changed. It's all about being the best on the fucking planet. It's all about being the best in the world. It's all about showing people that he's still that guy. So cleaning up asterisks is what happens. You're showing them that you're that guy.
And every great you could think of in any sport has a mountain to climb, and then they have certain asterisks they got to get over. LeBron, 2011, losing the finals, he had to win 2012. Like if he had lost 2012, bro, like that's a major asterisk on his legacy. You know what I mean? Like everybody has asterisk. I don't know what's funny. Like,
No, the 2011 finals. That shit is just comedy to me.
Oh.
Yeah, just like LeBron has an asterisk, he got to beat Jokic. He can't.
All right, bro, relax.
Hey, they already did though. 2020, man.
That don't count. It don't count.
Yeah, that counts.
It does count. It does count. It does count.
They got to go back to before he was MVP caliber.
Oh my! There you go.
The second he became MVP caliber,
Bro, it's like,
not too much.
That's when they had the bodies to guard Jokic. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, no matter how worse Denver gets,
somebody calls people. So when they call AD a generational defender, he can't defend Jokic. Crazy word.
Who can?
You mean to tell me he can't defend a fat man?
Can? We need prime Hakeem for this motherfucker.
You're gonna need more than Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is one person, bro.
Oh my god, we need fucking
David. You could bring back Dwight Howard. He's free agent. Bring him back.
I've been saying this, but
bro. I don't know what Dwight Howard is just solid. He was one of the reasons, bro. Who was defending Jokic, bro. He's one of them bodies down there, bro. He's one of them bodies down there.
He wouldn't do work against him.
You forgetting about the real Lakers slayer, Jamal Murray, bro.
Bro, that man just turns into God.
Jamal Murray
plays us, bro. I swear to
He's
God.
the Lakers slayer, bro.
He becomes competent when he plays. Man,
Jamal Murray's turn.
Tired of him.
He's a problem too. He's a problem.
Tired of that Canadian.
You got light skinned KD, Michael Porter Jr. over there shooting everything, bro.
Hey, in our spark
light skinned
player,
KD is a real insult.
Christian Brown, man, he liked that.
Are you putting another lay?
Living in Denver as a Lakers fan is so hard.
You just put in another lay?
I'm about to, bro, because I got cooked.
Because Jason Tatum and what's his face didn't hit for me, so I did.
I need James Harden to fall apart like usual.
I don't know if y'all saw, but Sleeper has a deal right now where Donovan Mitchell is over 20.
Screw him because that man was getting PRA. He was hitting his PRA line for like 7 straight games. I bet on him. Ty Jerome hits 9 threes. Exactly, bro.
That's how I feel about Jason Tatum. I did PRAs with him against the Wizards, and he was breaking up a fucking storm.
Hey, Jaylen Brown did me a favor today.
You can't bet on Jason Tatum, bro.
I can't bet on Tatum, bro. I can't.
No, but he's the most inconsistent star, bro.
You know who you can bet on?
Who am I betting on?
The Los Angeles Lakers father. That's who you can bet on.
Yes, sir. I did actually. It was great.
Leave us alone, man.
He got me $15.
Elite.
For being honest, our father's Bill Russell.
That's just more betting money.
Real shit.
Hey, how does it feel that Russell Westbrook was a terrorist for y'all, but he plays great for us?
Terrorist is great.
Y'all can have him, bro. Y'all can have him.
Oh boy,
a terrorist is wild.
Called him a terrorist. Hell yeah.
Hey, he cooking for y'all. I'm a Russ fan, so I'm happy to see it.
Yeah, Russ is the closest thing I've had to a favorite player since Allen Iverson.
It's the 49ers game over.
That's Allen Iverson. Wow.
Allen Iverson is my favorite player of all time.
Damn,
and Russ is the closest thing to Allen Iverson.
Green Bay dog walked them like that.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I hate Christian
playing.
McCaffrey right now, bro.
Brock Purdy's not playing, bro.
Oh, he got. Oh, okay.
That's why.
Shoulder, right? Shoulder.
Yeah, they got some backup in there.
Oh my god! I should
Xavier
look this shit
McKinney, though.
up, bro.
Xavier McKinney, boy. All pro.
All right, anything? Final prediction. I guess we got to make our predictions first. The winners.
Oh yeah.
Well, apparently there's only been 3 matches announced.
There's only 3 matches, so we know.
Yeah.
So. I don't know if they're gonna announce anymore, but Gunther, Damian Priest, we all got Gunther retaining.
Yeah.
Women's War game
with Finn Balor costing it. That's exactly
again.
I would do that,
Damn it.
Bro, I told you
that's the WrestleMania match. I think they're
so they're gonna.
Damian,
gonna cost him. Yeah, I told you how this.
G's hoping.
The women's War Games match. I think the heels really need to win this match. But
yeah,
I'm gonna stick with the heels.
I don't care about this.
I'm going with the heels because it will be the first time the heels win a War Games match. So I'm going with the heels.
I'm saying the heels.
Bloodline War Games. Bloodline War Games match. Who y'all got?
New.
I'm gonna go
with the new Bloodline.
I'm gonna go new. I think Seth Rollins is gonna fuck over CM Punk somewhere, and it's gonna new Bloodline is gonna pin CM Punk. No, shut up.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna
say OG Bloodline. I'm gonna say OG Bloodline.
I like this match. Is unpredictable. This match is unpredictable.
Yeah, for sure. Especially with the Punk aspect now.
If Rock comes out, I think it'll be after the match.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, bro. No, we don't want him.
But I'm gonna say OG Bloodline for the win.
I don't want him.
I'm going OG Bloodline because I don't think Punk comes back and loses. So
I hear that.
OG Bloodline.
All right, y'all.
Bronson Reed, man, don't be shot. Well, he won't get the pin. Tonga Loa is right there for the pin.
Literally just
unless Seth comes out and does something, or I don't know. But
I think that would be pointless. I think it would be.
Tonga Loa got the most aura on that team, but
honestly, my name be Tonga Loa. I can see Tonga taking the pin. I ain't gonna lie to you. It might be Tonga.
Are we gonna see a Jacob moonsault off the cage though?
Oh yes. God!
No, we're gonna see. Let's see.
You want that man to die?
A tsunami from the cage.
Yeah, bro.
I'm trying to kill
through a table.
He's gonna kill him, bro. He's gonna kill him.
You gotta do it through a table. To CM Punk too.
A tsunami off the cage, bro. He's gonna kill him.
I guarantee it's
crazy work. Crazy work.
Who's taking the tsunami? Is it Sammy?
No, somebody probably move out the way. I'm saying
Sammy. No, take the tsunami.
Nah, hell no. That's bro.
I'll take the tsunami.
As a science teacher, you know
you're
how
a wrestler,
as a science teacher, I'm just thinking about how much gravity teacher? I am.
I thought you was just a coach.
Nah, they got me teaching science. So hey, we here.
Hey,
right? They pay me to do it, so it's not like it's volunteer. But anyways, I'm just thinking about all that force. That's 300-some pounds moving at the speed of gravity. You're dying. You're dying. Like you're going to die.
So how we take splashes, believe me, it really don't hurt. You just have to get at a certain angle and land on a certain spot.
Like, I hear you, but that's coming off the top of a and he already don't jump off of 2 feet. He literally just fall.
He just plumps.
he already just falls.
That's crazy.
That boy just plumps.
Bro, he legit just be standing up there. He don't even lift up in the air. He just propel himself forward.
And it's not even like just a splash. It's a backflip, bro. Like that's dangerous.
Nah, backflip off the K. I mean, Jacob could do one, but I don't see him.
I'm not gonna lie. He could do. He don't have to be off the perks to do one like Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle was making that shit look.
Kurt just did it just because, bro.
Cody did it a couple times.
And Kurt was just doing that shit just to feel right. Like
Kurt was breaking rules, bro. He was breaking rules, bro.
Man just did a somersault on a nigga just because.
Bro, y'all know him and Mr. Anderson when he was supposed to be wrestling that long, and he said, "We getting our time, bro. Get the fuck out my face."
That's crazy.
All right, y'all. I'll be safe.